Hey, Whitney. Hey, guys, I'm streaming on YouTube. Yeah, if you'd like to join me on YouTube, go ahead and do that. We can have, on YouTube, we can have 10 people at a time. 10 people at a time. Hey, Whitney, how are you? It's been a while I've been on YouTube, streaming on YouTube. I'm not literally stream videos while you stream. So for me, that is also easy, and I'm a very nosy person. I like to get into the business of the religious people. I like to get into the business. Hey everyone. Hey, have a wonderful oh, good boy. Good boy. Okay. Lovely. Hello. Hello everyone. How are you doing? I hope you're doing okay. Stop listening. It's been a while I actually streamed on YouTube. I mean, directly on YouTube. So, guys, join me over on YouTube. Because guys, just give me a minute on YouTube. Give me a second. So on TikTok, I originally started on YouTube. That's where I began. Right, being on YouTube, and someone said you need to come to TikTok. I I was like, what? What am I doing on there? Oh, no, 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 no. So I decided, you know what? Let me go and see what it's like. And you all just, mm, mm, mm. You all just captured. Hey, oh, you capture my soul. Yeah, you want rumble, rumble. Okay, so there's a video that I'm planning to over on YouTube. I am talking about God. The Bible God is a scam, and I'm going to show a video as well. That's the beauty about YouTube. On YouTube, you can actually show videos. And guys, listen, I'm in the middle of a move. If you look behind me, there are boxes behind me. There's boxes and tape, and it's a mess. Yeah, I'm still trying to put things together. And let me tell you, it is, I hate moving. I hate moving. Absolutely hate it. Absolutely hate it. But yeah, it is what it is. It's got to be done. It's got to be done. By this time next year, this building I'm living in will no longer be here. It's going to be completely gone, erased from the surface of the earth. So that's why I'm moving. Structural. Hey, Robert X. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Hey, the boy. I see you. The boy is over here. Okay, guys, I'm over on YouTube today because I want to show a video. Um, yeah, so join me. Oh, let's see. Okay, let me put the video up. Wait a second. Wait a second. While I okay, let me pull up the video. So if this is something that interests you, you like to look at videos, you like to look at stuff, then join me over here. That's the beauty about YouTube. It gives you the chance to show videos. But guys, you all just have to look at my beautiful face today. Mm-mm. You all have to just look at my beautiful face today. I'm sorry. Okay, let's have a look here. Let's do this. Let's share. Hey, Dr. Cyrus. I've missed you, Dr. Cyrus. Oh, wow. Uh-uh. I've missed you. Long time no see. Okay, so let's have a look. Hey, Bolilan, good to see you on here. Dr. Cyrus, the boy. Okay, let's have a quick look at the Bible God is a scam. I don't care how you feel about the Bible God. He is a God that lives inside of a book. He does not exist. I am sorry. I'm sorry to break your heart. If he does, I just please provide some evidence. I will give a chance. Anybody who wants to come up and come and provide evidence, I'll give you a chance. Over on YouTube, I can have 10 people on my stream. Can I have 10 people? I think I can have 10 people. I'm not entirely sure. I'll have a look. But if you have evidence for God, come on, guys. I mean, I think we're at that stage now where it's time that people start providing evidence, no longer talk. Oh, shit. Guys, I am not hardwired. Give me a second. I knew I was forgetting something. I need to be hardwired on YouTube. Yeah, I've got to connect this to the... Okay, give me a second and I will be back. I look huggable. Huggable. Okay, I'll be back. Give me a second. That we have to look at your face. That's like saying we are sorry for giving me my favorite ice cream. Hey, Robert X. Okay, Robert X, give me a minute. Let me get this hardwired. Otherwise, you're going to keep seeing the what do you call this thing? Yeah, that there. Just give me a second. I will sort myself out. Guys, I wish that these platforms can just merge. That way everybody can just stream one stream. Do you know, the other day someone sent me a link to a there is this thing that allows you to stream on all platforms all at the same time, but my goodness, it's so expensive. It's about £1,000 plus. Well, it's about 1,000 plus. I can't afford that. But I think that's something to aspire to have for people who want to if that's your thing, if that's something you want to get into. I've only seen it one time. I don't know how good the thing is, but yeah. Okay, let's see here.
I don't think hell exists. I happen to believe in life after death, but I don't think it's got a thing to do with reward and punishment. Religion is always in the control business. And that's something people don't really understand. It's in the guilt-producing control business. And if you have heaven as a place where you're rewarded for your goodness and hell as a place where you're punished for your evil,
Can you guys see the
I
video?
don't think hell exists.
Can you guys see
I
the
don't
video?
think hell. I don't.
All right. Okay. The video shows. Okay. Just 1 second. Let's have a look. Make sure everything's playing. If anyone sees what's his name, Justin, can you tell Justin to please check his email? Justin, the everyday atheist, can you please tell him check his emails, please? Check his DMs, please. Okay, right. Okay, Bodylang. Hey, okay. Right, guys, so I'm over here. If you would like to join over on YouTube, please go ahead and join me over here. Right. Only 5 of you left. What happened? Where did everybody go? Okay, all right, let's do this. So, as I was saying, religion, the Bible God is a scam. And what you're about to hear is a priest himself. A priest himself is about to confirm everything that we have been saying. A Catholic priest. I don't care if you think Catholics are not Christians. Unfortunately, I think that Catholics are more Christians than all of you all. All of you confused Christians. Catholics are more Christians than you all, because at least the Catholics can lay claim to being one of the first. Some of you all are just mushroom organizations that just came up from nowhere. You all just sprang up from nowhere. Your pastor broke out from one I guess that Christianity. That is the one thing that Christianity has going for itself, is that there is no originality. Any denomination that you have is probably an offshoot of another denomination. One pastor wasn't happy with what they were preaching over there. He thought he could preach it different, and so now he thinks, I'm going to go off and preach my own version and call it the right version, right? So Christianity is a fucking mess. Like it or not, Christianity is a fucking mess. Okay, so let's do this. Pragmatic Crystal, hello. Get what? Good to see you, Pragmatic Crystal. There are more than 45,000 Christian denominations globally. Pragmatic Crystal, I actually think there is more. That's what I think. I think that there is more. I feel like there's tons more. I mean, people open up branches, denominations every single day. One just needs to wake up in the morning and just decide, God spoke to me last night, and here, I've got me my own church. Disgusting. Disgusting religion. Okay, let's have a look here. Right.
I don't think hell exists.
Wow.
I happen to believe in life after death, but I don't think it's got a thing to do with reward and punishment. Religion is always in the control business. And that's something people don't really understand. It's in the guilt-producing control business. And if you have heaven,
let me take
as
that
a place
back.
where you're rewarded for your
You
goodness
know what?
and hell.
For people on TikTok, hang on.
I don't think
See,
hell
when I have got this
exists.
on,
I happen to believe in life after death, but I don't think it's got a thing to do with reward and punishment. Religion is always in the control business. And that's
okay. Let me.
I don't think hell exists. I happen to believe in life after death, but I don't think it's got a thing to do with reward and punishment. Religion is always in the control business. And that's something people don't really understand. It's in the guilt.
Religion is always in the control business. You are controlled if you are a religious person. There is no proof to the claims of any religion, whatever it is called. There is no proof. These are just ideas that people have. They just decided, you know what? This is what I think is God. This is what I think is religion. no proof to it. They usually will start off well. They start off wanting to help, start off wanting to tell people what they think is how we got here, how life started, what's going to happen when you end. But over time, as they start to grow, they want to keep the members locked in. They want to keep everyone locked in. Guess what they do? They start controlling you. They start telling you this is what you should do, this is what you should believe or not believe. Religion is one of the greatest control mechanisms. Religion is one of the greatest. I mean, this is a priest. He's complete with his dog collar. And he's the one saying it. He's saying that religion. Okay, let me take him back for a quick second so you can hear him. It's not my words.
Religion is always in the control business. And that's something people don't. It's got a thing to do with reward and punishment. Religion is always in the control business. And that's something people don't really understand. It's in the guilt-producing control business. And if you have heaven as a place where you're rewarded,
it is a guilt control. Hey, David E. Taylor, good to see you. Hey, good to see you. This is going to be a very regular thing on here. I've missed YouTube. I've missed this whole thing here. And I didn't set up all this whole, I didn't set this all up just to forget all about, come on now. I worked really hard to put this. No. Okay. So the man said that it is a guilt. No, shit. My memory lately has been really bad. I can't remember things.
Don't really understand. It's in the guilt-producing control business. And
religion is in the guilt control. No, the guilt. My memory is bad. Shit, what did he just say? I am so sorry, guys.
People don't really understand. It's in the guilt-producing control business. And
the guilt producing control business, religion. When a priest is telling you that the thing, what he believes in, is in the guilt producing control business, guys, just accept it. Accept it. Religion is a scam. I'm sorry. I know some of you all, I've met some very decent people that, you know, they would rather have nice things to say about religion. Or Jesus was a good person. Oh, religion is good for community. Religion is great. You get in there. You get inside. And come back and come and tell me whether religion is good or not. You get in there. Just get in. Become one of the members. Become one of the followers. Become one of the money-paying people and see what happens to you. Come back and tell me whether religion is good for you or not. These people have made their establishments on selling you a product that does not exist. And you bought it. Hook, line, and sinker. You bought it. You think they want to let you go? You are the money-making machine. Can you imagine? You see, the thing is, they delude you into thinking that one person what does my money mean? My money doesn't mean anything. But by the time you bring your money, the other person brings their money, 1,000 people bring their money. By the time you put all those monies together several times a week, gosh darn it. That's how these people are able to buy private jet. Fuck that. Man. Tell me where you're watching from. Okay. Where's Donald? Hey, Donald Ellis. Hello from Florida. See, if you're not following me on YouTube, I don't know what you're waiting for. You better go on there. Go follow me. Yes, David Taylor. David Taylor, me, I like the work that you do. Over on YouTube, I've got this friend of mine. His name is David Taylor, full front. He has been exposing David Taylor. I don't know if you all know that particular pastor, the one that said it was in a deposition. Is that what it's called? It was a deposition. He was being interrogated by the judge. They were asking him what he's been doing with all the money he's been making. Not this guy sitting there saying that he goes and buys Gucci, Versace belts with yours money. He goes to go and buy all the luxury things with all of you. Well, not you, but the people who are in his establishment. This guy. Yeah, he was being deposed by a lawyer. Okay. Ask the person whom you do not give money if your money means. We found out he wears maxi pads. I mean, David Full Frontal. You know, one time they were thinking that he was dead. They were thinking he was no longer with us. But now he wears maxi pads. Oh. You all found out. Hey, Caterpillar, good to see you. You all found out he wears. You're dead serious. Missing you too. Wait, hang on. What do you mean he wears maxi pads? You found some info and he's very ill. Oh goodness. Biggs Wally 77, hello from Oklahoma. Good to see you. You post a link. Okay, please. I would love that. Please do post a link. So you mean that all the years of scamming people, all the years of collecting so much money, look where he finds himself now. This is the thing. No matter how much money you make, fleecing people, it will never end well. Abel, is that Medina? Medina, hello. Medina. Listen, money that you did not work hard for, that you fleeced off people, it feels good for the moment. It feels good. But I don't know. I don't believe in karma. There are many things I do not believe. I don't believe, and I don't believe in. Sebastian was trying to teach us about believing in and believe. There's so many things I don't believe or believe in. So many. I am one that, let me tell you, the things I believe are not many. The things I believe in are not many. I just live every day. I just take each day as it comes. Okay, I lost my train of thought. Damn. I lost my train of thought. Okay, all right. Let's continue.
And if you have heaven as a place where you're rewarded for your goodness and hell as a place where you're punished for your evil, then you sort of have control of the population. And so they create this fiery place, which has quite literally scared the hell out of a lot of people throughout Christian history. Mm-hmm. And it's part of a control tactic.
Guys, Christianity. Okay, so this is me going to be very vulnerable with you all now. Let me make myself slightly bigger on YouTube. I'm going to be very vulnerable with you all. I was terrified of hell growing up. I was scared shitless. We were youngsters. We were young. We were young. When they told us about this place, they scared us into believing in this place called hell. We were shown movies of this place. Nobody has been to hell. Nobody knows that hell exists, but somehow they know what hell looks like. If you are in the business of teaching children about hell, there is something fundamentally wrong with you. You are damaging lives. You are doing something to those youngsters. There is something wrong with you, your doctrines, your religion, everything to do with whatever you think you are doing. You've never been there. You don't know what it looks like. You've never smelt it, touched it, felt it. No one knows if it exists. And gosh darn it, if you believe in hell and you think you are not going there, sad enough to tell you, you are going to hell. You who believes in, I'm just saying, I don't believe in hell, but I'm just saying, you who believes in hell, you are going to the hell in someone's religion. Somebody else in their religion believes in hell. You don't believe in that hell, so you're not worried about that hell. But let me tell you, you are going to the hell in someone's religion. You think you're going, you may escape the hell of your own religion. You may escape that one. But you see the hell in another person's religion, you have an automatic pass into that hell. Okay, but you know what? There is no proof that hell exists. But if hell exists, which one is it? Whose religion's hell should we believe? Whose religion's hell should we believe exists? Christianity will come, they talk their rubbish. Islam will come, talk their own nonsense. 72 virgins. The fuck? You want to go to heaven to go and fuck in heaven. What is wrong with you people? And your God is going to be watching you all with all these virgins. Some crazy people out here. Your heaven is all about fucking. How can that kind of heaven exist? How? No, somebody tell me. Some people want to go to heaven to go and fuck. Some people want to go to heaven to bring out their fallacies and go and use them over there. What is wrong with you? And the women get nothing. Women get nothing. Hey, DJ Black, good to see you. Hey, DJ Black, good to see you. Women got nothing. They get, women, let me tell you, Raskilo always says something. Says, women, stay away from these Abrahamic religions. But I want to tell you, stay away from religion as a whole. Stay away. Religion has nothing. Women, religion has nothing to offer you. Religion will blame you for everything. There's a video on my TikTok. Not this pastor telling women to tuck their breasts in because the men are being distracted by the women's breasts. Now it's the woman's fault. She needs to go and tuck her breasts in because the men now are being distracted because they can't focus on the heavenly goal. There's something wrong with you all. There's something wrong with you. Pastors, when you start talking, listen, me, I look out for the things that are not being said. When people are being busy talking, let them talk. Me, I'm busy queuing in for the things that you are not saying. When a preacher mounts his pulpit and starts talking about women's body parts, okay. You know what he's thinking about. Because think about it. You think that the men in his, you think the men come to him and say, Pastor, the women's breast in your church stops us from seeing God. I mean, is that, maybe that's what pastors and their fellows talk about. I don't know. But when a pastor starts telling people that women's breasts are the distraction, just know that, eh, okay. Okay. Jenny's Kyle, hello. I only want one virgin. 72 is too much for me. You even want a virgin. There's some people that will outrightly tell you, if she's a virgin, I ain't touching her. Don't want her. Don't. I want a skilled person. I want her to be skilled. I want her to know what she's doing, right? I ain't got time to be doing, this hacky, some people, they're not keen on virgins. I've heard some, and that was shocking to me because I thought that all men craved virgins. That's what I thought. I thought that was the goal for you all men, that you all wanted to be the first one in there. So to find people that don't want virgins, that was a shock to me. But anyway, tonight is not about that. Okay. Watch how you eat a banana. Gerwok, what do you mean about watch how you eat a banana? Okay. All right, let's continue. Let's hear what this priest has to say.
So they create this fiery place, which has quite literally scared the hell out of a lot of people throughout Christian history. And it's part of a control tactic.
But wait a minute, you're saying that hell, the idea of a place under the earth or somewhere where you're tormented for an eternity, is actually an invention of the church?
I think the church fired its furnaces hotter than anybody else. But I think there's a sense in most religious life of reward and punishment.
Catholic priest. Hell is an invention of the church. What's the name of the video? Okay, I'll put okay, there you go. That's the priest says hell is fake and religion is about control. That's the title of the video. So hell is it's an invention, guys. Of course it is. Nobody has been to hell and come back and told the tale. Nobody has. So it's sad. Abdul, good to see you, Abdul. I see you. Priest says hell is fake and religion is about control. Yes, that's the name of the video. Okay, let's continue. It's all about control, guys.
In some form. The church doesn't like for people to grow up because you can't control grown-ups. That's why we talk about
the church doesn't like people to grow up. They want you to be in a perpetual state of childhood. They want you to be in a perpetual state of just no brain. I'm not saying children don't have brains. Please, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying children don't have brains. I'm saying that they want you to be in a place where they tell you what to do, when to do it, how to do it, where to do it, who to do it with. They don't tell you why you are doing it. They just want you to do it without questions. That's what they want. They want people who are like sheep. Oh, they want you to be like sheep. They want to control your every single move. That's what they want to do. And while they're doing that, it's all about your money. They want your money. They want your time. They want your just everything. I heard the pastor say, everything you own belongs to God, including your life. When a pastor starts telling his followers that your life belongs to God, just know that you are in a cult. When a preacher starts telling you that your life belongs to God, just know that you are in a cult. Because one day they'll be expecting you to take your life for that cult. Anyone that tells you that everything you own belongs to God, that person is deceiving you. You are in a cult. Anyone that tells you that your life belongs to a God that has never been proven to exist, just know that you are highly indoctrinated. You are at the height of it. Very, very soon they'll be inviting you to a compound somewhere. They're creating a compound. They want you to move over there, and they want to build a self-sufficient compound where everyone gathers, and we all will provide our own food. They will make it look like it was, they make it look like it's heaven on earth to you. Please be careful. Please be careful.
Being born again. When you're born again, you're still a child. The people don't need to be born again. They need to grow up. They need to accept their responsibility for themselves and the world.
What do you mean?
Being born again is a scam. Anyone that tells you, hey, Sandra, good to see you here. Denise, good to see you. Anyone that tells you that you need to be born again is lying to you. Being born again, the biggest scam of the century. Nobody is born again. Nobody. Does not happen. Anyone that tells you that you need to be born. Guys, have you noticed that when people are so-called born again, what changes when you're born again? Tell me. What changes when you are born again? No, tell me. Maybe for the first day, the second day, the third day, you might stop smoking, stop drinking, stop, lusting, fornicating, all those things. You stop for a few days. But give it a few more days. You are right back at square one, because that born again shit is nothing but a scam. It doesn't exist. Being born again, that is a scam. Being born again is trash. It is not a thing. You cannot be born again. You're born once. Hey, after you're born, that's it. One thing is guaranteed to us, and that is our death date. That one is guaranteed to us. When it will, hey Harrison, good to see you. When it will happen, we don't know. Your death date, guys, I used to be scared of death as a Christian. Oh, death terrified the shit out of me. As an atheist, I don't know. If it happens, it happens. What can I do? I just think, this is what I think in my head. Before I was born, I was not aware. Before I was born, I wasn't aware of anything. That's exactly what's going to happen when I am dead. I will not be aware. It's finished, closed, done, chapter, done, finished. Just pack it in. Pack the... No, I don't want to be buried. No, I don't want to be buried. I want to be cremated. Yeah. Just cremate my body. Pack it all up. And go and deposit it where my mother is buried. That's what I would want. I don't want to be buried. Just don't waste all that land. Let somebody else have it. Let somebody else do something with it. Don't waste me in there. Come on, just wrap me up. Go put me where my mother lays. I'll be so happy. That's all my my wish. Yeah. But that's one thing. Hey Jessica, thank you. Thank you, Jessica. Love my hair. Thank you so much. Thank you. I wasn't liking it at first, but I think I'm growing into it. So anyway, yes, Gerwog says put you in an ocean and turn you into soil. You won't even be here. You will not be here. You hope that Whoever is granting your wishes after you are gone will do everything you have asked. And that is why, you all should start getting ready. People talk about making a will. People talk about having life insurance. People talking about all these things. Don't be afraid. It's guaranteed. It is guaranteed. Hey, Steve McRae manager, how are you? Good to see you. Steve McRae manager. Who believes in Peter Pan? Peter Pan? You're dying something. Why are you dying something? You want to be in a nice, beautiful urn at home too. No, I don't want to be in a home. Put me where my mother is buried. That would be perfect for me. Just put me there and with my mom. Oh, it would be so well. I won't be there. I will not be there. But that's my wish. That is my wish. Okay, let's finish what this priest got to say.
Think of the theology, which
is hotter than anybody else. But I think there's a sense in most religious life of reward and punishment in some form. The church doesn't like for people to grow up because you can't control grown-ups. That's why we talk about being born again. When you're born again, you're still a child. The people don't need to be born again. They need to grow up. They need to accept their responsibility for themselves and the world.
What do you make of the theology, which is quite prominent these days in America, which is that there is one guaranteed way not to go to hell, and that is to accept Jesus as your personal Savior?
Yeah, I grew up in that tradition. Every church I know claims that we are.
Receiving Jesus as your personal Savior is one of the dumbest things that has ever been told to man. You are subjecting yourself to a place where you are hopeless. You need a Savior because two people ate a fruit. Two people ate a fruit. You didn't eat out of it. You didn't participate. It was nothing to do with you. But now you have accepted that somehow you are a participant of an event many thousands of years ago. That's if we're assuming that this happened. I don't believe it happened. The Adam and Eve thing has been debunked time and time again. There was no Adam and Eve. But if we're talking about this particular, if you accept Jesus as your personal Lord and Savior, then let me tell you, that is the height of indoctrination. They have convinced you to a point where you now think that you are no good, that you are somehow damaged goods, and that you need somebody to come in from wherever he came from to come and save you. Now you need, that right there is what I call the mind fuckery. That is the height of mind fuckery. When someone convinces you that you need a clown. This guy Jesus told his daddy, "Daddy, let me go and be a savior for those people. Daddy, you know you can forgive people. I don't need to die for you, Daddy. I don't need to do all of this. But you know what, Dad? Let me go. Let me be this thing for you, Daddy." And now you have been convinced that you need to accept that guy who could not save himself on the cross. He was crying. I hope you all know Jesus was crying on the cross. He was crying for his daddy on the cross. "Daddy, Daddy, why have you forsaken me, Daddy?" That one. They've convinced you that now you need that. You need that guy who was crying for his daddy on the cross. You need him as your personal Lord and Savior. I'm sorry. You all need that. Hey, El, good to see you. Geshana is a healing garbage dump where the unfortunate is buried. Gehenna. They've convinced you that Jesus somehow will save you. First of all, his name wasn't even Jesus. The guy's name was not Jesus. That there is no proof that a virgin was impregnated by a ghost. No proof whatsoever. None. There is no evidence that a virgin was impregnated by a ghost. So there is no proof of that character called Jesus. But now people have been convinced that you need to give your life. He is your personal Lord and Savior. A non-existent entity is your person. Cray, good to see you over here. Guys, that's what they want you all to believe, huh? Just accept it. It's a thing. Just accept. No. Most of the things in religion do not make sense. You have to suspend rational thinking. You have to suspend critical reasoning to accept the claims of religion. You've got to be daft to accept the trash. It's ridiculous. But guys, I will tell you, once upon a time, that was me. So I would not look down on anyone who is religious, because not long ago, it was me. I was the one in that place. I was the winning people. I still have a letter written to me by one of my converts. I don't know where she is now. I wish I could find her. She wrote me thanking me for converting her to Christ. I don't know where she is. She moved to Europe somewhere, but I don't know where she is. If I knew where she was, I would talk to her, but okay, Thismo, good to see you. All right, let's finish this video.
The true church. They have some ultimate authority. We have the infallible Pope. We have the inerrant Bible. The idea that the truth of God can be bound in any human system, by any human creed, by any human book, is almost beyond imagination for me. I mean, God is not a Christian. God is not a Jew or a Muslim or a Hindu or a Buddhist. All of those are human systems which human beings have created.
The man said God is not a Christian. Jesus was not a... I tell you, even Jesus would deny Christianity. Even Jesus would look at Christianity and say, I don't know that shit. I didn't tell them to do that crap. Somebody tell me. I want you all to show me a scripture in the Bible where Jesus said, when I'm dead and gone, start my religion and name it Christianity. Call it whatever name you want to call it. Oh, no. Show me a place where Jesus said, call the religion Christianity. Get the books of the one that will come after me, the one I will accost on his way to Damascus, because he will write the most of the letters, right? Grab that guy and grab all his letters. Jesus did not care for what would happen after he was gone. Jesus said to those people, he said, some of you will not taste death. I will be back. I go to prepare a place for you. If it were not so, I will tell you. In my Father's house are many mansions. I'm going to go and build mansions for you. Jesus is still building. It's been over 2,000 years. The guy has run out of bricks. He has run out of concrete. He has run out of cement. I don't know what Jesus is waiting for. He's still building. Jesus did not tell. Jesus was born a Jew, lived as a Jew, and died a Jew. Jesus was not no Christian. You Christians, sometimes I was a Christian myself, so I would relax. Even your Lord and Savior was not a Christian. The thing, I know some of you will come and say, I'm a Jesus follower. I'm a Jesus worshiper. Okay. Have it.
To try to help us walk into the mystery of God. I honor my tradition. I walk through my tradition. But I don't believe my tradition defines God. I think it only points me to God.
You and I are emerging people, not fallen people. Our problem is not that we are born in sin. Our problem is we do not yet know how to achieve being fully human. The function of the...
Even this priest is still a priest. You guys over on TikTok, you can't see the video. This is a priest talking. Still in his priest uniform. Can we go and ask the man, Uncle, how many children? Just ask that question. How many children were around you during your tenure? Uncle? And Catholic priests? How many children? They stand here looking so pious, looking like butter will not melt in their mouth. Sandra is bored. You shared a news that just broke. A church somewhere. I'm not entirely sure. Sandra, where do you say that church is right now? Where do you say this district is, the Catholic district? They have applied for bankruptcy because people are bringing lawsuits against them. So they're applying for bankruptcy. They want to keep the assets that they have so that victims that were hurt by them will not get their hands on. They damage lives. No responsibility. No accountability. No liability. Nothing. So many victims have suffered, but the archdiocese. So, okay, San Francisco Archdiocese. Guys, go and check it out. San Francisco Archdiocese. Breaking news. It's breaking news. Thank you, Sandra. See all these priests? And to think that I was making my way to becoming a priest in the Church of England. This, by now, I would have been done with my training. By now, this would have been me right here, complete with my dog collar. I already knew the sash, what I wanted on my robe. I wanted a kente, you know, the Ghanaian kente cloth. That's what I wanted. I was going to go through just to all lengths to get me my my kente sash. Thankfully, I'm here today. Mm-mm. Okay, this is nearly finished.
Christ is not to rescue the sinners, but to empower you and to call you to be more deeply and fully human than you've ever realized there was the potential within you to be. Maybe salvation needs to be conveyed in terms of enhancing your humanity rather than rescuing you from it.
Life is a startling and wondrous experience. And eventually, I think we're going to discover that God is unfolding through the life of our consciousness and our self-consciousness and is not a parent figure up in the sky. But I believe because I'm related to something that is not bound by time and space, that I will share in whatever God's eternity is.
Okay, guys. I mean, I'm over on YouTube. I'm going to open up the
Hi, my name's
chat.
Mike Schmitz, and
Oh,
this is
hello.
Essential
Wait a
Presents.
second.
So I thought, I don't know, it's the holidays. Why not talk about heaven and hell?
Shut your mouth. It's another priest, because I've got this on YouTube, this automatic rolling thing where as you're watching one video, the other one just starts playing. And another priest starts talking about, do all people go to heaven? I don't give a shit. Heaven does not exist. Can these men just shut their mouths, please? Complete with the where's Reverend Grant? Reverend Grant, where are you? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open up the chat over here. If anyone would like to come on StreamYard, yeah, make sure to do that and we can have a chat. Yeah. There you go. Yes, Reverend Grant. So if anyone would like to come up, have a chat, yes, let's over on StreamYard. Yeah. That's it. Just click the link and it will bring you up. Just click on that link and straight over to the studio. You can have your camera on, you can have it off. As long as we can hear you, you are good. So, but if nobody's joining, it's absolutely fine. We can call it a day. I'm so tired. I've been moving. Guys, oh man. Oops, dubs, F hole. What the? Ups, deep. Hi, beautiful spirit. Nice to see your beautiful face once again. Nice to see you too. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Ups, dopes, F A hole. Ups, dope, F A hole. Is that how to say it? Ups, dope. Okay, guys. So if nobody's joining on YouTube, we might just go over to TikTok. Sandra is bored. Wait, what happened? Ah, my studies. Yeah, I'm doing really well. So in a matter of 8-9 months, I will be completely done. Qualified therapist. I will be your agony auntie. But the goal is to be a sex therapist eventually. Eventually. Sex, you come to me for all your sex advice. But I think I need to get some skills in myself, right? Before I can give people sex therapy, right? I have to know what know what I'm talking about. Because what point would it be giving people sex advice? You're not getting any yourself. You just be like these fake pastors who preach. They talk the talk but don't walk the walk. They say, do as I say, not as I know. That would not be a case of doing as I do. it'll be a case of doing as I say, not as I do. Okay. Okay. Snowflake, that's just a human being, and then from an ex-Hindu atheist. An ex-Hindu atheist from India. Hi, good to see you. An ex-Hindu atheist. I don't know anything about Hinduism. Nothing. I don't even know the first thing about Hinduism. Not one. Oh, wow. So, Gerwog says, dear, you have had sons. You have had sex. No, of course I have. Of course I have. This is me giving away all my secrets now. Right. I'm missing that. That's good love for us. Hey. So yes, I mean, some of you who were on TikTok earlier on, I mean, I shared my hang-ups when it comes to that particular subject. When you come away from religion, and this is why I preach against religion. I'm sorry, I'm anti-theist. I've accepted that fact. I'm anti-theist because I'm sorry, I just don't. I struggle. Maybe I might change my mind in a few months because I'm always open to changing my mind. I might change my mind, right? I'm funny. Get here. Listen, I might change my mind and not be anti-theist. But for now, I'm anti-theist and I own it with my full chest because I don't see the positives of religion. I'm sorry, I'm struggling to see. Yes, they talk about community. When you're a religious person, talk about community. You're in a community. But guess what happens when you join that community? Before you know it, your community wants to control you. Your community wants your money. Your community wants to tell you who to have sex with, how to have sex, what position you should be having the sex in, what bedroom you should have it in, what clothes. Guys, do you all know? Just 3 days ago, I met a Mormon, a black Mormon. He was wearing his special underwear. I did not know they had special underwear, the Mormons. I asked him, as you're talking to me right now, have you got the underwear on? And the man said, yes, he has got the special. When I asked him, what is the underwear for? He said it's for protection. He said it is for protection. Oh. He's protecting his dick. I don't know what is being protected. What it's being protected from. Special under. Listen, religion will convince you that every morning you need to wear special. I bet there's some rituals that go with the underwear as well. As they're putting it on, maybe they have to say shakala baba shandara. I don't know what they say when they wear the thing. L, I don't know. The man said, are you wearing it right now? He said, yes, he is wearing that underwear right the fuck now. Now. Oh. I remember Starben. Of course I do. I remember Starben, yeah. Religion is messed up. Yeah, black Mormons. Listen, I don't know how you can be black and be a Mormon. I don't know how I don't know how. I don't know a lot about Mormonism, but I do know they are a racist religion. That I know. They are a racist religion. How someone can choose in this modern day to be black and be a Mormon. Someone has fucked with your head. If they've taken the meaty part of your brain, they fried it in cooking oil. Hmm? Vegetable oil, they've sauteed it, cooked it, added spice, made sure to fry it well done. Not rare, because Sebastian was teaching us the other day. Which one is, what was it? Not Sebastian. He's just, Sebastian was saying it is medium rare. For you to be black and be a Mormon, your brain has been fried. Fried well done and popped back in. So it's all dry, mushy, and okay. If nobody's coming up, right? Okay, let's do this. If nobody's coming up to wait, I'll present it one more time. And if nobody's coming up, then okay, let's see here. Okay, I've got people on. I've got people on. Okay, so guys, okay, if no one's coming up here, right? Do me a favor. What I will do, I will stream. I'll stream this onto here. So give me a second. Give me a second. I will stream this onto here since nobody's coming up on here, which is fine. Listen, I've been taking lessons. I've been learning all these things because I, need to please everybody. I'm here to please. Listen, I'm here to please you all. That's what I'm here for. Yes, girl walk. Absolutely. 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 I mean, YouTube has always been my baby. YouTube. Anyway, okay, let's do this. Give me a second.
are just there. When I die, I want to go to heaven, or I don't want to go to heaven. That fear alone has put them in a situation where that would have been seen all sort of human beings that you'll be wondering, what kind of a world is this? To a large extent, it has put some sanity in our world. Whether it's hypocritical sanity or real sanity, it has put a level of sanity. It has put a level of control to the way human beings behave. Human beings can be very, very rational. The religion has a way it has put people in order. So if the people that actually instituted it, or people that brought it in, the original plan was to control mankind, I think it has achieved that aim, because I know how human beings unfettered will be like. Human beings.
No, so what you are saying is that there are benefits to religion.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
It keeps people in check.
Yes, the
so
excess of people.
People need religion to keep themselves in check.
Yes, because if you take away that fear of hellfire, a lot of people will do a lot of things that are unthinkable. We have so many hypocrites here, but the truth of the matter is that
can I ask you something?
Hold on 1 second. Okay. I completely disagree. I completely disagree with that. If hell does not exist, so people are afraid of a non-existent place. You have convinced people. That's an irrational fear.
Yes, but it has put them in check. Just imagine.
No, it doesn't keep people in check. Are you telling me that Christians who are afraid of hell, they don't sin? Are you saying that they don't sin?
I'll give an example. You know the like the normal Christian. When you talk of sin, let me say something. Some people, you know what they call envy. If some people, envy can make you kill somebody. It is that fear of, I can't kill this person because of where am I going to? If I commit murder, I will not do it. But in their heart of hearts, if without anything, if they know that there's no life after this place, they will do it. They will kill. Even in that church, they will kill. If they know that, there is nothing after this place, this will end.
Kill even with religion.
Yes, I know they still, but it's still controlled.
Hold on. You know Sebastian on TikTok here. I asked him to show me. He had some evidence what he had collated over some time, right? Showing I think the divide of religion and in America, right? Not the people in America over there. The majority of people in jail are believers. The majority of them are believers right there in the jail that have committed the most heinous of crimes. Have you ever heard of Jeffrey Dahmer?
No.
Oh, my brother, you need to go and find out about Jeffrey Dahmer. After everything that this guy had done, he unalived several Black men. Oh, he did some horrible things to this Black young man, was taken to jail, and somehow in the jail, he found God. He found God in the jail. And some people, some Christians right now are convinced that Jeffrey Dahmer, well, someone unalived him because of course, everything he did to the young man. There are Christians right now who are convinced that Jeffrey Dahmer is in heaven. Any heaven that Jeffrey Dahmer is in, may I not ever go to that place. I throw in my heaven card. Just let me never go to that place. If that guy is going to, you see, I don't believe in an afterlife. But if there is such a thing, anywhere that Jeffrey, don't put me there.
Afro, you as a person, you're naturally a good person. That's the truth. I know you as a person. I see the way you interact. You have a good heart as a human being. I've met human beings that even in church they call themselves in quote born again. But just the truth of the matter is that take away the fact that there is a God from this world, those people will be so bad. what is keeping them in check is that fear factor, which is good in a sense. Some people that you're just naturally a good person. While people that are not good, the only thing that's putting them in control or in check. We have different kind of human beings. So those ones, what is keeping them in control from exploring their wickedness is the fact that they are afraid of what will happen after this world. There are some people that don't care what will happen. Why some? They'll care. And they are very large in numbers. So just like this, why in prison?
Sir, Chidi, are you a Christian?
Yes.
It makes sense now.
You say it makes sense now. You're funny.
Now it is making sense to me.
Now
you see the penny because I'm thinking my battery is running. Now it has just made sense. But Mr. Chidi, hold on to your thoughts. Let's let other people speak. Does any of you agree with this gentleman here?
I do not agree. I am a Christian.
And you are a Christian. You don't agree. Please tell
I
him.
do not agree as well.
I
do not
agree.
agree.
I did tell you, are you a Christian?
100%.
I did tell you, you are not a Christian now.
No.
I did tell you, hey, spiritual, said away.
Hi, Mama.
Said away, I'm not happy with you.
Okay, it's true. Mama, you will not understand. Don't worry. Don't worry, we'll talk.
You don't even know why I'm not happy.
Why you not happy? Your hair is so beautiful.
You went to Black Pride, UK Black Pride, and didn't go with me.
It was fun.
Of course it was.
You need to see black happy people. Like,
of course. Mm-hmm.
Oh my word. It was fun upon fun.
Okay, don't rub it in. Enough. Thank you. Don't rub it in.
So I have something to ask Chidi Eze. Chidi, you said a fear factor is good or something, like it's why people are not doing blah blah blah. People are hypocrites and all of that. Let me tell you, it did more harm than good. Religion did more harm than good. There is no level of atrocity that is yet to happen that people have not committed. And these people are religious people. You go to Rivers State in Nigeria, they sell body parts. A woman that escaped last year because the family was able to provide 3 million naira. By the time she came out, they've beaten her so badly that when she was sharing her experience, you won't believe it's human being that did all of that. She said there was a table, an iron table with knife, sharp cutlass. When the people that want to buy this body parts comes, they will just carry knife and give according to the requests. If you want the eyes, they will bring out this person and bring out the eyes, bring out any part of the body, and it's basically women. Any part of the body that they want, they will chop it and sell. And these buyers are churchgoers, are mosque goers. And the people that imagine bringing human being to place on an iron table, and this human being is alive, and you're treating this human being the same way they used to butcher chicken. And you're telling me that people would have done worse if there was no fear of hellfire. If there is anything else that is worse than this, I don't know what else this fear is doing for them. Somebody will walk and walk from first of the month to the end of the month. Somebody else will use laptop and scam this person of everything you've worked in your life. And they will go to church and they will go to church and sow seed from that money. Somebody, I worked in the bank.
Can
I
said away.
yeah,
Said away.
yeah.
Said away, please. I am sorry to interrupt you. I need to do something. I need to say something real quick.
Yeah.
Guys, for those of you who are watching, especially people on YouTube, right? I need you to understand that the lady speaking, she's Nigerian, right?
Yeah.
And this is why I focus a lot on religion in Africa. The way Christianity and Islam is practiced over there is very, very different. For a lot of people, they mix other beliefs with Christianity. It's all just, there's a word for it. I think it is syncretism. I think it's called syncretism, where a bit of here, a bit of there, a bit of there. So there are some people who are Christians, but on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they are in other spiritual places, right? It's for them, it's a case of let's have a bit of this, let's have a bit of that, and somehow, if this don't work, the other one will work. If this God doesn't answer, the other one doesn't answer. They want the benefit of all this spirituality, right? Whichever, it's like they're playing chess with the gods and the beliefs. And for a lot of these people, it's okay. It is okay to have all sorts of different gods and different beliefs. Guys, to the extent that the preachers in these places, they go to the juju priests, they go to the babalawos to go and get powers. A preacher was busted recently. I'll find it on YouTube. Guys over on YouTube, I will, you guys on TikTok, please go ahead and continue speaking. I will go on YouTube and go and find you the video. This Ghanaian pastor was recently exposed by a TikToker. He was out there going to go and look for these spiritual people. And the spiritual people, this is why for me, spirituality, I'm sorry, African spirituality, I don't mess with it. I don't believe anything spiritual. I don't mess with spirituality. I don't believe in anything spiritual, right? I've got my friend spiritual, right? She tries to show me like the positives of spirituality, but it's the negatives I have a real issue with. The ones that tell you go and bring a loved one. They will unalive your loved one for whatever reason. That's exactly what Sedaway is talking about. And at the heart of it, these people are Christians. At the heart of it, these people are Muslims. I don't understand it. I don't know when your juju priest, your babalawo priest, your spiritual priest is telling you to go and bring your loved one for the sacrifice. Guys, this is where we are at in Africa. I'm not saying it's all of Africa. Please do not get me wrong. But for some people, Sedaway, please, everything that I have said, have I told the truth or have I said anything that is not true?
Yes, what you said is true. Now, you know what brought this talk is because Chid made a statement that says if this religion, if there was nothing like hellfire, that people would have done a lot of bad things. So I want you to know that there is no bad thing that is not in existence. A pastor was caught the other day running away from hotel where he has slept with one of the what did they call deaconess in the church, a married woman, until the woman passed out. He was trying to run away from the hotel and he was grabbed because the manager suspected it. And that's a man who speaks in tongues in his church. So I don't know what the other day. There are videos on internet. A boy was caught trying to cut the mother's neck because of money ritual. A mother that gave birth to you, took care of you, saw you through university, nurtured you till you became an adult. And you have the mind to use knife to cut her throat. If not that the woman was fighting, but you could see the part of her neck where the knife have already entered. Until she raised alarm, people now came to her rescue. This is somebody's mother, a son that a mother carried for 9 good months. 9 good months of pain. And you're telling me that because of hellfire, people are limited, people are not doing, people are doing a lot. There is nothing that will happen now that's never happened. There is nothing. I prove it to you. There is nothing. And all these people do all this and still go to church. I was in office one day, a man that is shaking, old man, retired man. All the money in his account that he's managing pension. How much is his pension? 43,000 naira, a retired soldier. He has been saving it and been taking it small. And one day a scammer called, oh, your ATM card, this. The man does not know that his grandson just carried the number and gave, and they wiped everything. This man came to the bank, fell on the ground, and was crying. He was almost fainted. We have to contribute money to give him because he does not even have anything to feed with. And these scammers, their pastor have already told them during the midweek service, you will receive alert, miracle alert. So what is it that will happen now that's never happened? There is absolutely no crime. There is absolutely nothing that will happen now that's never happened before. So don't tell me that because of hellfire, people are put in check. You will say the ones you know. Do you know me myself? I've entered one chance vehicle before. It was divine favor that I escaped it. What are people that cannot escape? So you don't tell me that because of hellfire. No. If you want to serve a God, don't serve a God because fear have been indoctrinated into you. Don't fear a God because, oh, if I don't do this thing, I'll go to hellfire. No. There are people that are not religious and they know what is good and what is bad. They know that they have human conscience that works for them. You don't need God to tell you that, oh, if you put hand in the fire, it will burn you. You don't need a God to tell you that if you put your neighbor's hand in the fire, it will burn the person. No. So don't tell me that that word. I totally disagree with you telling me that, saying that hellfire is a good thing because it puts people in check. No, it doesn't put anybody in check. There are still evil people walking around carrying Bible. Even my neighbor in our compound like this, there is a flower that demarcates this building. They are pastor in Deeper Life, but they are what evil people have seen. They are among the people that joined hand and killed my father. So it's not about hellfire or no. Somebody can carry Bible in one hand and use gun in the other hand and kill and still walk away and still be preaching their Bible. Someone that have human conscience, regardless of any indoctrination. It's about who you are and not what the Bible tells you or not what any book tells you. Is it not the same religion? What is happening in the north?
See that way, I would like to say something when you're finished, please.
All right. Because look at what is happening in the northern part of Nigeria. They are religious people. But look at the atrocities. Is there anything that is happening there that's never happened before now? So, because why I came up is the fact that you said hellfire is something that made people, that if not that, there would have been a lot of atrocities and then hypocrites and all of that. Please Take that kind of mindset off, with or without hellfire. These same people will still do the atrocity they are doing, and they are still doing it, and they will not stop doing it. The fake pastors that are doing fake miracles up and down, nothing has happened to them. No thunder have struck them. And they've destroyed a lot of homes. They've unalived a lot of people, and nothing happened to them. Adetayo, go ahead.
I just want to make the kind of clarity for 3D. It seems that he's looking at the world through another lens, kind of. I'm going to try to speak some facts that is at least known to us in our own era. Looking at the crime rates across the world, you will agree with me that in the first 10 high crime rate countries, they are really religious countries. If you have a look at it, you've got a Brazil there, in the first 10 countries with the most high rates. El Salvador's, these are countries that have high rates of Christianity in them, almost 80% thereabout. Brazil, those are countries that have really high crime rates. Nigeria, Afghanistan, talk about any religion you want to talk about. The most religious set of countries are the ones with the highest crime rates. Guess where China is in that list? China is now in the first 100. So I think you can deduce a little facts from there about the influence of religion on crime rates.
Yeah.
If we bring that to and the African context, you will agree with me that if we go back just 400 years ago, we didn't have all this religion practiced elaborately in Africa. You will agree with me also that life was a lot more meaningful, easier, because I think I met my grandfather in life, and he always share how their experience was being raised up as a kid. Life was quite easier. Things were making more sense then. You could leave your stores and not shut your door in the night, and you're still gonna be okay. You don't have any fear of anything getting missing or someone coming into your house, stealing your things, killing you, and all that. There were rule of law then without religion, because they had laws that guided them then. And even now, I tell you, religion has done more havoc than when they are religion. And if you look at what our problem is actually as people, we are just monster that is contained at the surface in the name of religion. It doesn't stop you from being a monster if you actually in the real sense. So with your logic of religion curtailing people and putting fear in them, I don't really um subscribe to it. Hi Fuji,
Okay.
really subscribe to it. And also I believe you will agree with me that the highest type of crimes has been committed in the name of religion. If you
Yeah.
study how Islam got into Nigeria, at least that one I know. We all know that all the leaders of the Hausa kingdoms were all murdered. Like they were all unalived just
And I
because of
also
Islam. We all know what Danfodio did in northern Nigeria. Just examples for you. Then if we want to talk about Christianity to how Christianity got into Africa, we should have read about what happened in the Congo. Over
I think more he's
millions of
focusing
people.
on the question of like with the statistics that you're giving, which but I think we should keep it to where he's saying that without religion, then people it would be a more dangerous society, right? Like I don't
Yeah,
think there
that's
would
the
be a point if we go into not
Yeah.
that it's not
Victor,
important.
you're spot on. That's where I want to actually emphasize on the fact that
yeah. I'm actually
yeah,
still
I
I'm
agree what
actually
you're
still
saying.
talking based on
The
your
statistics comparing
Yeah,
religious society.
Chidi, I was just interjecting. He wasn't done yet.
Okay,
And also I
okay,
wanted to speak after him.
okay.
I was still talking based on his arguments that religion has been able to curtail crime or whatever it is, that our society wouldn't have been better if there was no religion. And I even stated the fact that you have places that have predominant religions there, and crime rate is very high there. And at the same time, I'm also citing an example of our society, the same society, the same place, like 400 years ago, 300 years ago, 200 years ago even, that have more meaningful societies that cared for one another, that took care of children as a community without religion in that society. So it's very clear that religion has little or no role to play when it comes to morality and the serenity of a society. So religion is not what is curtailing people. Actually, religion is not doing anything when it comes to people's morality. It's only making us get easily deceived. It makes us not know monsters when they come. As long as they have Bible in their hand or they have Quran or any other religious book in their hand, we don't get to know that they're actually monsters. But back then, when we don't have religion, it's easy to spot a monster. Very easy. So religion is doing more harm than good. That's my take. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to add pretty much similar things in terms of statistics, right? When, Sidaway was speaking, and also you, the last speaker, I do not want to butcher your name. How do I pronounce your name? Adeteo?
Ayo.
Ayo, okay. Ayo speaking. I was thinking about crimes specific to religion, right? Those that encompass religion and also inform more antisocial behavior. And those are like apostasy laws or blasphemy laws in Nigeria or some other religious countries, but I know mostly in Nigeria. But I was also looking like, because I live in the UK, and I remember because I do with statistics, and the Office for National Statistics also has a section for religious affiliation, and their predominant way of collecting data is from police recorded crimes, as well as crime surveys on things like hate crimes and aggravated factors for those crimes committing. And in 2020? Yeah, here, 2020, they recorded over 1,103,000. What? I'm sorry, I'm misreading this number. 100,003. How do you say that? Why?
Just call the numbers.
Yeah, 103,379. And that was a 10% increase from the year prior, which was about 94,000 crimes or offenses specific to hate crime or aggravated crimes, right? And about 50% of those crimes were things motivated in public, meaning that those who instigated defending their religion or acting on harming others based on religious affiliation, right? Which would not happen if religion was out, right? And that's not to say that human beings are either innately or inherently. This is something that's been socialized. And if religion was removed, all those rates would be gone. But if we even go, for example, to Nigeria, right? The NGO Armed Conflict Location and Data Event Data Project, the ACLED, also collects data. And in 2022, last year, actually, they collected about 3,699 crimes related to violence against all religions from each other, right? Christianity to Islam, or vice versa, which was an increase by 5% from the year prior, which was 3,800 and something. Right. And within those crimes, it was things like on June 5th, 2022, an attacker went and unalived 50 people, and many of them were children in St. Francis Catholic Church in our Ondo state. And 3 months later in September, again, a group of armed people went and unalived 15 people in a mosque in Zamfara state in May. Not in May, in September, because of religious tensions, right? For the cause of religion. And we know a lot of stories that we're hearing of children or people posting about their beliefs on religion, like expressing their religious freedom, and people unaliving them. in honoring their religions, which is why this ridiculousness that there's an actual law that can imprison you, right? So when we say that religion stops these crimes, or that these religions gives people a place to kind of like a moral standing place, even our governments are embedding, like, because of these beliefs, because of these morals, or this kind of pedestal that religion can be put on, they're embedded into the way that we communicate with each other, that you can, in a country, you can be arrested for 24 years, for example. How exactly is that somehow a better world, right? When we say that we want religion not to impact individuals outside of their own personal freedom, it doesn't mean that, like, I don't think religion, or at least in our lifetime, that it will be eradicated or something that's not of a social fact. But the difference is we don't want it to impact that people can be harmed or cause harm to people, all for a doctrine, all for a belief system. And I think that's the difference as to, I don't know, when you said that argument, it just made me upset, because it's like you've ignored all this because it's your way of saying religion brings in good things. But what about this? Religion brings in obviously a lot of bad things too.
Well, if you heard me very well, when I started, I said something that you cannot dispute the fact that there are some dangers there, in the sense that it tends to restrict humans' capacity to be very, very critical. You can't take that away. The certain things that religion has done, yes, I will agree, yes, that it has been very, very inimical to human development as people. Yeah, I agree. But I'm looking at it from an angle. Yeah, you guys have mentioned the fact that even religious places have very high crime rate. I agree, I agree 100%. For
But these crime rates are specific to religion. If religion was not even a factor, yes, crime would still exist, but at least it would not be for the sole reason that, hey, even the governments are not holding it accountable, right? They're saying that you're protected, or you can convict someone for how you feel personally about something that does not affect you at all because of a doctrine, right? That's more dangerous than people saying that, hey, we don't want it to be in our parliaments, we don't want it to be in our legal systems, and let it not impact, right? It's very apologetic to say that, well, I'm trying to say that I see the good of what religion has done. And like the what Ayo was trying to say earlier about the thing, not the things, when talking about the impact of how Christianity or Islam got into Nigeria, for example, that's also ignoring it just because you're like, well, it works for me. What is your point there?
not that because it
So
works
what
for
she
you
just said, I would like you to list like maybe five good things that religion have brought. You can answer that together.
what I was saying, that number one, it has put some kind, like, let me put it this way. As individuals, we all have different
Guys,
psychological
can you
traits.
hear
Some
me?
of us are very, very temperamental. Some
Please let
some
me
of us are
know
very,
if you
very
can hear
are
me.
very,
I
very
just want to
gentle.
show you
We have various kind of
quickly just
our
the
abilities are
video
different.
that I
I
was
know
talking
someone that,
about,
a very good friend of mine. He's naturally very,
about the
very
guy
temperamental.
pastor
At the
that
slightest
was
provocation, he could hurt you. But what
supposedly
has happened
doing,
over time is that because of he started becoming
let
very
me see.
religious, he's trying to control that his urge to want to act at the slightest provocation.
If I
That is the
can
impact I'm
turn
talking
this
about.
down
Yes.
But you're talking about
slightly, turn this down.
rehabilitation, which I agree
So
with.
guys, please let me know.
But that support is
Can
not
you guys hear
specific
me?
to religion, right? I think, like,
Can you hear me?
unless you're saying that there's something that inherently we can only get from religion as to how it's beneficial to society, that we can't get from a system that's made outside of these doctrines that we know um, have been
Can you guys
harmful in
hear
the
me?
past, right? For example, slavery.
Please let me know if you
And
can
this is
hear
not
me.
me trying to justify it at all.
Can you hear me?
People state that it was a system that economically worked for some people, but we know that obviously it didn't work for all people. We don't keep any parts of it because
Can you hear me? Can anyone hear
this
me?
is just a very horrible
Um,
explanation of it. So why cling on to something that has not worked in the past, nor is it working now? If the things that we see as good, the characteristics that you're associating
guys,
with
can you
good,
hear me?
can be found outside of religion.
You can hear me. Okay, great. Just wanted to show you very quickly. I'll bring you back to this, but let me quickly show you the pastor that was recently exposed. Okay, let's see. Don't know if you all can see this here. Okay, let's see here. You may not understand Ghanaian language, okay? But this pastor, let me see if you're all looking at the same thing. Okay, so this preacher, right? Hold on. So this preacher, I don't know the full details, right? I don't know everything from top to bottom, but what I know is this preacher is out here proving that he's got some kind of miracle powers. He does all these things out here. He claims that he's got powers. And so someone was challenging him, a TikToker was challenging him on his so called miracles. He didn't like it. So, what he did right now, this video that you're looking at is him at a so called shrine. This is nothing to do with Christianity. Christianity now has been thrown out of the window, gone. He is in a shrine, and in this place, he is in water. He's standing, I think, in water. He is holding onto a bottle of gin and making all these incantations against that person that is trying to expose him. He has left all Christianity behind. This preacher has, right now, this isn't Christian. He's a preacher. He preaches Christianity. But right now, Christianity is completely thrown out of the window. Because right now, we have to get our enemies. So, I sound a little tiny. Okay, hold on. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, let me see if I can increase the volume. I don't know. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me see if I can. What's my volume like? Audio. Okay. How is the volume now? Please tell me, how is the volume now? Okay, while we're doing that, let me show you the video. You may not understand, but just it will make sense. I guarantee you it will make sense.
Na enu nti ekonam so ma azuka bu afie na ehon reply aba before you bet to answer no so me am ni mu di ncheche mu ye kan ansem ni edi ade is ebeba ne na ase abepa na chew o man just 1 week so am be pana chew a he is going to make sure say Kofi pages ebe pro atete te say aboa bi aka abona atete ne na wow
pa 1 o'clock
Duka domi Kofi pages yanko hwe video ne mra
asuo sisa ana me gina mu abo anopa 1 o'clock asuo sisa ana me gina mu na ye bedin komo kakra afa sunsun sem.
So this preacher right now, he is in this place. He's in a river, bottle of gin in one hand, a paper with all his incantations. He is giving this person, you can't really see his face, but he's right here. His name is Kofi Pages. He's telling him, I give you 1 week. 1 week. If you do not do everything, if you don't take off all the evil things and the bad things you've said about me, I give you 1 week. By this thing I'm doing here, you are going to run mad. Bad things are going to happen to you. All these nasty things are going to happen to you. That's what this pastor is doing right now. He is He is in what? Oh, okay. Just watch, guys. Wait, let me just put this on 1.5. So I'm not wasting your time out here.
ɔman no nte sunsunti yɛ ase ɛna wɔn bebree akɔ so wɔ ɔman Ghana menkasa obetumi ayɛ de obɛyɛ bi a menkasa social media mendi obi atam nkɔka obi adaka bi a wɔka madom no a mewɔ pɛti no ɔnte asɛ
Are you guys? Is it
yɛnti a
okay?
megyina ha no sɛ nnipa bi sɛ biribi ni wiase nnipa sɛ biribi ani hɔ atumi ni hɔ yɛbɛproof nnipa ama ma wo sɛ tumi yɛ dɛn ɛwɔ hɔ megyina nsuo sisɛ mu na bible sɛ me honhom butu nsuo anim nsuo ɛnyɛ bosom nsuo ɛyɛ bɔfoɔ nsuo ɛnyɛ bosom na nsuo yɛ dɛn ɛyɛ bɔfoɔ mataadeɛ no kora mu nsuo ɛyɛ bɔfoɔ nsu kɛse a ɛda kɔ abere na ayira fa kɔma se nyinaa mu me mɛbɔ dua na meba bɛkɛse bible sɛ onipa bi a ɔmpɛ sɛ yɛbɛdi no so hene no yɛmfa no na ɔno asafo awurade anim yɛbɛsi nabo na ɛnɛ ntie nie ikuta me nsɛm hyena aberanteɛ bi ayɛ nneɛma ho ebinom sɛ bibi ne wiase na wontumi nya me hwee ɛna mepɛ sɛ mekyerɛ ne sɛ bibi wɔ wiase abɔ wa no kɔkɔ no pɛn egyina nso kɛseɛ mu na meka sɛ ɔsoro nye nsa asase nye nsa sɛ nsuo woyɛ bɔfoɔ de a ɛyɛ aberanteɛ kofi dan kofi page ɛbɛ sɛ mekyerɛ sɛ bibi wɔ wiase.
So the gentleman's name is Kofi Page. Kofi Page. So he's calling his name while he's doing the ritual. He's doing the invitation for the evil that he wants to happen to Kofi Pages. This is a preacher. This is a pastor.
Na onipa oba wo no entimi sesa sakens we emfi so se me yonyame nipa ana me yonyame dinfo ana awurade nyankopɔn ma me sa sra pa kwankyerɛ na me gyina so bi modua me kɛse na me dome no ade a ɛda wa brabɔ mu ɔde no ka oba a ma dome no ade a ɛda wa brabɔ mu ɔnum so didi a ma dome no anya wɔn nko a ɔne na hyefo onipa bi a menka no na ɔno so ɔde me di agorɔ the great azuka the great azuka the great azuka the great azuka the great Asuka, the great Asuka. About for many abre. And from Obia and Cassantia Obia. A blank Kofi. Sir, why are you more? Nipa di Mantamo Ghana social media baby in Casada. Now, where do you want to say or Wakuma or your metro mind? And to before, Ube Shemimuno. Okay, I'm saying, you be trimming. And you be trimming. Now, a blank baby Obia. A children. Our Brabum. Now, I want to idea what one in a bushia. The see omo e wo ntu aso sani o me na hye fom no saa na me ye na bra so enya boso nsuo e ye bofo me mo ni bia na me na wo se wiase bi wo wiase my Ghana be careful adifo akasetia so for akasetia president aban panimfo atitiru ahemfo akasetia enya poma bia na esum ablantie no mama no 1 week one na.
So basically, he's giving him 1 week, right? 1 week he's giving him. So let me show you this picture. Hold on 1 second. Let me show you this preacher in action. Let's see. Yeah, let me show you Pastor Azuka in action. Have a look. This is Pastor Azuka in action. Healing time, guys. This is healing time. This is healing time. This is healing time in the church. Let me show you guys. This is another one. So, guys, this right here is preaching. This is preaching in the name of Jesus. He's trying to show people that I can control this person, tie myself in a wrapper with this person, and I can control him. That's what this is where Christianity is at in Africa. I don't know. Guys, like, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Okay, so I'm gonna take you all back to the conversation. I'm gonna go back to the conversation because nobody on YouTube was prepared to join in on the live, but it's absolutely fine. If y'all just want to listen to conversation going on, people on TikTok they like to talk. Them people they can talk. So yeah, I will go back on there and I will make sure that you all are tuning in. Let's see here and I will be back on there. Make sure the volume is up. So here we go. James Bowen, you think that's funny? Dennis says charlatan at work. I hate to say this, Dennis says, but people like this don't need to be amongst. It's sad, isn't it? But unfortunately, this is Christianity. This is it. Okay, so why is this not playing? Hold on, let's see.
Because of God.
The most deplorable country you could ever
Can you
see
guys
is
hear
the
it?
ones that deep
Please let
into
me know if you can
religion.
hear it, please.
And adding to what Ade say about
Please let me know
religious
if you
people,
can hear
they don't think.
the
Let me tell you
conversation
something.
going on
One
right
thing
now.
that has happened in my country, right? When somebody commit a crime, like a grievous crime, they unalive somebody, right? Rape a child or something. Here comes the Christian people. Well, what will Jesus do? Let's let him go. Oh gosh, have a heart. Have a heart for them. They maybe was been controlled by the devil. So we wouldn't they don't want the criminals to face any kind of justice. The justice they want is let's pray for them and leave them alone. That is not some kind of justice. And this is why I have a problem with a lot of Christian people. A lot of them. It's like they head up in
Thank
the
you,
ass.
Walk. I'm glad you can hear the conversation. I'm going
Open
to go
your
back on
eyes.
there
The
and
countries
let
that
you
a
all
lot of
listen
African
to the
people want to run
conversation,
to.
okay?
I'm not talking about England, because I know England have a crime problem. I'm talking about Scandinavian countries, right? Not USA, right? So these countries that remove religion from their society have a better life. And guess who want to run there? If it is religion was so good and benefit your society so good, you would have no problem in your country to run from.
Thank then the statistics African countries are very because people they belong to one or two religious belief systems, but that one of the most corrupt set of people on the planet, and it's evident in all the African countries. I don't think I need to argue that for you to believe that those are one of the worst set of people when it comes to corruption and wickedness, both are all at once, all together at once. So I'm still waiting for 5 things that you think religion has done for us. 5 good things. Maybe you can tell us if you know just 5.
I didn't give stating to society.
Is it me or what? I can hardly hear his mic. We can hear you.
Benefits of religion, or stating benefit of religion. What I came to do is that to emphasize the point that societies that have very, very weak laws, like when you go to places, laws are very, very laws are not well enforced in those societies. That if you now take away religion from that society where the laws are already very weak, I wonder what kind of society we'll have there. I can permit to say remove religion in most of these.
Did you listen to Miss Dumpling? Miss Dumpling just explained the reason why. It's because you are voting politicians that are freaking religious. They're not going to change nothing. They're just going to make the society worse. It's because you voting religious twats.
Can I ask, Chidi, are you a pastor?
No, I'm not a pastor.
Are you in a high position in a church somewhere?
I'm just a regular person. I'm just a regular person.
So you don't have your own ministry?
No, I don't. I don't have a ministry.
You are not planning to have your own ministry?
Why should I have a ministry?
No, I'm asking because let me tell you, when it comes to Christianity, anybody can decide to have a ministry.
Yes, I agree with you. I'm not planning to have any ministry.
So why are you telling me that when you look at the plight of the people in your country, does it not sadden you that there are lots of churches? There are more churches than there are schools, hospitals, industries. Does that not concern you? Does that not worry you? 50 would your country be? Your country imports toothpick. You know, what you use to floss your teeth. Your country imports because all the industries have been shut down by these preachers that have used the industries to build churches. How do you close down, buy up a company, industry, a production warehouse? You buy that, close it down, and restructure it into a church. In 50 years, where do you think your country is going to be? A lot of us will not be here anymore. We won't be here. But what are you leaving behind for your children? Are you going to give them the ignorance that you were given? Is that, come on, people. How can you tell us that religion is beneficial for us when religion is killing us? Chidi, can you respond, please?
That angle you came from, it's very, very valid. I've always had issues with preachers that say that, we just bought, like one that happened recently, that they bought the popular Namco Mercedes plant in Enugu, a very, very big production plant where they produce medicine, and they converted it to a church. That's not even the angle I'm going into. If that's the topic for another day, what we are talking about is in terms of human morality, as it were, that because we have very weak laws that are not very enforceable in those kind of places. Now that's the reason why I'm just saying that our conscience. Let me just give one example before I drop. Please, Phil, just one example I want to give. There's this popular film that was being aired back in those days in most churches in Nigeria. I don't know if you know that film by Mel Gibson's Passions of the Christ. See, anytime they play that film, you will see a kind of sudden way people start to be. People will start to have this sense of let me retrace my step. It tends to touch their hearts. It's kind of that's the impact religion can have on people. So you see places like, like for example, you steal, you run away from it. Religion tend to make you understand that if I steal, what happens after this world? That thought alone in their head can control your desires. This kind of thing, it restricts you from you. I'm not saying that all these other things you're saying is not true. What I'm saying is in terms of our moral ability.
Chidi, please give me 1 second. Everyone, as you're listening to me, can you all tap your screens? If you're on TikTok, please tap your screens to like the live. And if you're on YouTube, please make sure to like the live, right? I want to see those likes because already someone has been banned here on TikTok. Miss Dumpling has been banned for hate speech. And this is one Christian that I always tell Miss Dumpling, her version of Christianity I like. I'm not a Christian. I would never subscribe to Christianity. Christianity would never be an option for me. I would rather go to the Christian hell than choose Christianity. But her version of Christianity, I can subscribe to. Well, not subscribe. I ain't subscribing, but I think that her version of Christianity is good. Not for me, but for her and the people who believe what she says. But now she's been banned. She was up here. Well, TikTok is very very quick. If you say something, they don't know. Miss Dumpling, please make sure you challenge that, okay? Make sure you appeal. Make sure to appeal it, okay? Okay, so
some Christian,
Yeah,
some
there's
Christian
some
or
others.
somebody will have to report.
Make sure, please.
Yeah. So, Chidi, your argument is that religion is still a major factor why we have a moral. Well, morality is subjective, kind of. But I would like to say, do you know in Nigeria we've got 12 states that have Sharia law imposed there? That means more of religious laws in those states. And you will also agree with me that the northern part of Nigeria is still one of the places where we've got the highest crime rates, and that is the same set of place we have 12 states with Sharia laws imposed there. So if it's about religion, then we should have more morality in the northern part of Nigeria because they've got religious law imposed in a secular Nigeria state. That is one. The secondly, you brought the argument of people watching Passion for Christ and feeling remorseful and all that. Well, I will say we feel the same emotion when we watch Titanic as well, and it has nothing to do with religion. When people watch Titanic and cry and all that, we all watch Korean movies, and it doesn't increase the rate of love. So they're just emotions out of watching film. It has nothing to do with morality, not in any way. So I don't think that argument is valid.
It is not valid. You're right, because in the
Phil, what happened?
they have crusades, people go up and
Phil,
then go back
Phil,
the
Phil, Phil,
same
Phil,
way,
Phil,
and
hold
it
on.
always
Phil,
happens.
Phil, you have to start all over again for a quick minute. You cut out. So can you start all over again?
Yeah, I was saying, Theo is correct, because in my 40 something years of being a Christian, I realized that you will have these crusades, even the same Passion of Christ they showed here. People will get all hype, and then they go back to still the same base. It don't make no real change. And that's why they have to keep having crusades, as they call them, or these revival services. Oh, the people lacking revival service. They go back. It does not make the change that is necessary, because it is based on false premises. It is not based on reality. It is not dealing with people's actual problems. They feel good, but it's not dealing with their actual problems and the things that they need to really work through. It's just for the people a quick fix, quick way out. But it's not a quick way out. It's a delusion. So it does not solve any problem at all. At all. As I said before, secular countries where you don't have the separation of church and state, and where people barely give two fucks about religion. Some will be cultural, religious, but they don't care two fucks about the religion. They are performing better. They have lower crime rate. than those countries which are so strongly religious. You know, in the prisons, you know who's mainly be in the prisons? Not atheists.
Mm-hmm.
It is the religious.
Exactly.
So religion is not solving a problem, it's creating problems because of the kind of doctrine.
Phil, can I mention some? This is just me trying to understand why there are a lot of people who believe in God who are in the prison systems. Can you imagine going all your life being told that you are not good enough, that you were born in sin, and that you need saving? So whatever you do can never be good enough unless you accept one character in a book. So imagine people having desires to have sex, to be themselves, or whatever they want to do, but being told that no, you cannot do those things because somehow it is against the morality of a God that lives inside a book. What do you think that that does to somebody? It makes them, as much as this is just for me, these are my opinions. When people, they try their hardest to please this imaginary God in a book, but you can't defeat human nature. You can't defeat human nature. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not excusing degenerates. Neither am I excusing P3DOs, right? Those ones, they deserve to be in jail. But just the average person who just wants to live life, being told that you cannot be who you want to be because of a God that lives in a book, what do you think is going to happen to them? Issues up here. You are not good enough for the God. And before you know it, they're out there committing crimes, doing things that even they themselves don't want to do, but they find themselves doing. Go and listen to some of the stories of these people. Go and listen. The people in behind bars. Once upon a time, I was addicted to watching crime videos and just listening to people who do crimes. Why do they do what they do? A lot of them, when you go and listen, childhood trauma. A lot of them being told that there is a God somewhere that they have to please, but somehow they cannot please this God. Come on, guys. We need to do better. Spiritual.
So,
Spiritual,
spiritual.
were
Okay.
you saying something?
Yeah.
I'll
No,
speak
I was
after.
just gonna ask about like one of the comments that was written in like by Reese the Beast saying that in the Middle East there are no crimes, and when asked to further explain, they're saying that there are no crimes because if you steal, they chop off your hand. But I'm like, you do know there are other crimes other than stealing. Also, that's just wrong. But I accidentally unmuted as I was replying. So yeah, that's that's what I was saying.
I have something to say to Chidi. Chidi, I just pointed out to you that they have Scandinavia. Yet they have the lowest crime rate, and you still come back here to say that religion, prevent people from acting out on, immoral things, and that is a lie, because we know that the prisons are full of religious people. These people coming from religious homes, religious background, all of them believe in Jesus or Allah, and they commit the most crimes, right? You would not find an atheist inside there. We don't believe in God. We don't believe in your Bibles or the religious books. We don't go to church. We don't pray. Yet still we're not going and commit these crimes. A lot of these religious people commit crimes in the name of their religious gods. Look in America, that a man went and started shoot up a And you'll still come back here, and even though you're hearing all these stats, right? You're hearing all these, you'll still come back and say how religion makes your country moral. If that is true, why does Nigeria have so much injustice? Why you all cannot vote for proper leaders? You all vote leaders depending on what religion they are or what tribe they're from. You're not actually voting for people that actually doing something in your society.
Oh, Afro, you're muted.
Afro, you're muted.
Oh, sorry, Lord Bola. Can I just say you've got a beautiful accent. That accent
I
of
think
yours.
she's from Trinidad, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I love
Can
them,
I
my
just say
sisters.
a comment by Black Knight in the chat? Only 1% of the people in prison systems are atheists.
Yeah, that's true. Can I
Because even
add
think
something,
about
please?
it, like the fact that there are not a lot of people who identify as atheists too, right? Because we know that there are people who say they're non-religious, but they have like they're agnostic or spiritual. Those are like in the UK, you know about the national statistics thing. It was like only 50% said that, but it was only about 2% that said they're atheist. And if you look at sampling, there's no possible way that they could even make a majority. Even if every atheist was in jail, it's not even amounts to the amount of religious people who are in prison for crimes related to religious like religious views. So I don't know why they try to do that.
Can I just say quickly,
statistically,
because so hold on, please, because I'm streaming on YouTube as well. Hey, Boss Hawk, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a long time. Good to see you. Boss Hawk says there's Hinduism has 33 million gods. So many people believe atheists are immoral, and that is just a form of dehumanization. In America, that is, the world's richest country. I mean, guys, I honestly, since I started to identify as an atheist, I've been told, oh, because you're an African, you cannot identify as an atheist. That atheism in Africa is not a thing. That an African is born with somehow a God inherent in them. What do you all think about that? Do you think that's true or not?
I don't think that's true. Everything we've... Can I speak
Wait,
now?
sorry. Did you say that's true?
I don't think that is true. I don't think it is true. I do not think it is true.
You are born with a God belief. As you are born,
No,
you are born believing in God.
No, actually,
As an
opposite.
African.
No, actually, opposite is the case because everyone is born an atheist, and we were all taught everything we've known, everything we've believed. We were all taught. If a child is born today and you put that child away from all religion or all kinds of indoctrination, I assure you that child is going to be an atheist. He's not going to know anything, whether an African child or any other race. So everyone is born an atheist. Whether we like it or not, that's the fact. Then secondly, sorry, spiritual.
I'm just
I'm just going to round off what I want to say.
No, round up first.
Okay, thank you. Then, secondly, I just want to say I think religion has really messed with us as a society, especially Black people, be it on the mother continent, Africa, or in diaspora, in the Caribbean, everywhere you go to, religion has really messed with people to the extent that people no longer want to work for what they desire. They only look up to a sky daddy and trying to pray their way out when they know they've not done any work. It totally make people to depend an abstract source of whatever they want. People stop working. We no longer build factories. We no longer do anything. We just go to church, we pray, and we expect things to come down to us. Literally,
Can I just say, hold on. Aditayo, why have you got your bedroom voice on?
Or you think
I
everyone
think
now
I'm
has
just
a
in psych
bedroom
Why,
with
voice?
the
why,
fact.
why have you got your bedroom voice?
What if that's just his voice now, Afro?
Eh?
I think
No,
I'm just
just
in
listening
psych.
to him
I'm
is
just in
like
psych with the
he's
fact
about
that,
to put me to sleep.
Oh,
oh dear.
He's not in bedroom. No,
he's
hold on.
just soft
Okay, hold
spoken,
on.
and I like it.
Adetayo, are you lying down right now?
Yeah. And I'm saying
Are you lying down right now?
no,
Are you in bed right now?
no.
So you're sitting down.
Yeah. Is it strange?
You sound like you're in bed.
It's actually late here. It's almost 1 a.m.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
I'm at the same time as myself.
Okay. So
Yeah,
I'm also just in psych with the fact
listen,
that everyone is so calm.
you're sounding very it's too sensual for my liking.
Oh gosh.
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing over there?
I don't mean to be like that. I just want to be as calm as everybody is right now.
Okay, all right, calm.
Is it acceptable?
Sounds like bedroom voice.
Oh no.
Now I know what your bedroom voice sounds like.
Oh gosh. Afro. No, don't start thinking like that.
You're not
Why is
helping.
everyone giggling?
No, it's just this conversation is making me giggle. But I wanted to add to what you said. Okay, I'll say it in this way. For me, I see it as how, like, I don't think every child would be
Sorry, spiritual. I'm sorry. Someone on YouTube I haven't seen in a long time. Hey, Father Scorpion. Hey, good to see you. Been a long while. Sorry, Scott. Spiritual. Please continue.
That's all right. Were you about to say Scotland?
No, his name is Thunder Scorpion.
Scorpion.
Thunder Scorpion.
Okay.
So I was about to say Scorpion, but no, I just remember there was Thunder and Scorpion. Thunder, Scorpion.
What's username though?
I know.
But what I was saying is that I don't think children would be born atheists, but rather non-belief, right? The same way as, only gay people have to come out to say their sexuality. I think it's just something that's been imposed by religious people for someone to declare a God belief. So it wouldn't be, and the fact that atheism as well, that you have to say that you're atheist or you're non-belief or this, I don't think children would have any of that. They would just, one day decide if they have to, but they would have no affiliation. So there would just be no religion at all involved in it, in a world without religion, as we've been trying to tell Chidi. So yeah.
Actually, the lack of belief is atheism. So
that's why I'm saying that I don't think there's anything they would want to believe or disbelieve from if it was in that perfect world. So that's why I'm saying that I don't think they'd have to declare anything at that time. So that's what I would more lean to. But I agree with, like, obviously saying that they're not associated with any deity or any belief system. So I think, like, it's semantics, but not semantics, because atheism is lack of belief. I just don't think they would have a belief to lack or have of, unless they're indoctrinated.
Since I was 12 years old, and I have a daughter. My daughter is 17 now, right?
Wow.
I never had a problem with her. She grew up in a home where I never pushed no God down her throat. I never dragged her to church. All I taught my daughter is empathy, just empathy, having care and love for others, right? And she is one of the highest performer in her class, in her school. Right, she's got awards because she don't have this God or this demon hanging over she back. She have to be scared of, afraid when she goes to sit exam study. Oh my God, the world going to end. Now were you pondering on, because I was a child once, and when you're going to take tests and you're like, oh God going to come down soon. You're thinking that while you have to do a test. So
sorry, did you drop
these
Chidi?
things is,
Afro, did you drop Chidi or you just decided to go?
No, I didn't drop him. No, I didn't touch anything
he
at
maybe
all.
just decided to go.
Oh dear.
Yeah, maybe he
Yeah.
decided to go. But he probably listening. Probably listening.
So one thing about my daughter, because I taught about
Sorry,
empathy and not a God.
not Bola. Not Bola. Did you say your child
Yeah.
is 14 years old?
She's 17.
17. Not Bola, do you know I've got a 20-year-old son. He's turning 21 in 2 months' time. He has never believed in God. Never. Even when I was a Christian, took him to church. He was the drummer boy for church. Did everything in my power to get that boy believing in God. Get him to be indoctrinated. Honestly, I did everything. This child, he just could look in the Bible and can work out that this is fiction.
Your son was just like me, because they tried to indoctrinate me. It never worked. It never worked. And I don't want that for my daughter. I never drag her to church and try to indoctrinate her. Right? But they tried that with me. It never worked, because that whole Bible sounded like rubbish to me.
Terrible.
Hey.
Absolutely terrible. What we did to our
I just
children.
wanted to add. I just wanted to add, because I teach my daughter empathy instead of God. She is one of the persons in school that, kids will run to if something is wrong, like somebody do something, and she like justice. If she sees somebody say something homophobic, something racist, anything that will hurt somebody, she's the first to jump in and tell them, no, this is not right. This is not right at all. You cannot say these things. As you say, it will hurt people. And she care about people a lot. Oh, that's all I have to say. So, that's for Chidi, that thinking that you need religion and stuff to be a good person. No, good, being a good person comes from empathy, not from religion.
I would have said something to Chidi, but he has left. But nevertheless, let me just say to everyone in here, he mentioned something about African sub-Saharan African countries not having rule of law, and that's why we've got religion coming to replace rule of law in sub-Saharan African. I really would have told him that that's not true, actually, because religion actually kicked out rule of law in sub-Saharan Africa, because people stopped doing what they used to do. They stopped practicing their own way of life that have brought peace and harmony with the nature to them. So they started believing in all this religion, and we can now see where that has led Africa to at large. I would have said that to him, but he's no longer here. So religion actually has a way of distorting the rule of law. Yeah, it has a way of distorting the rule of law because people have intrinsic belief systems in them that are outrightly against the law of the land, and they place those intrinsic belief on top of the rule of law in the country. So they end up breaking laws. To me, just think it's crazy, and that's why we have a society that is currently not making any sense. Actually, it's not making any sense. I'm actually waiting to have an atheist president in one of the African countries. I really want to see the effect.
So, Ade, I will say that one of the problems with religious people is because they have this feeling that they all special and they chosen by God to do whatever they want in God's name. And what that does lead to, they think that everything is here for them. Everything is here. The plant is here for them. The dog is here for them. The rat is here for everything. Here is for them. They think that anything they do is okay because, God chose me specifically, right? So, this is why you'll see like religious people will go and commit crime. And, they will say, oh, well, they ask God for forgiveness or they do it in the name of their God. So they think, oh, it is okay because God. And that is such an inhumane, a narcissistic kind of way to think, thinking that everything here is specifically put here for you. And when something happened for you, it's only you, but you're not studying, but the other people was praying for the same thing you was praying for. They're just in the same church with you, just as religious as you. But once you get it, use the special one. To hell with everybody else. This is how they think. They think like nobody else matter but them.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And
Sorry,
another
I'm
thing
sorry,
is that
guys.
it
I'm
kind
sorry.
of
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just calling all people. If you think, if you're a God believer, whatever God you believe in, and you've got a different perspective, you want to come up and share, please do come up. And as you can see, the conversation is very civil. No one's shouting, no one's being disrespectful. So if you would like to share about your God, the God you believe in, absolutely. And please, as you're listening, can you please do me a favor and tap on your screens? If you're on YouTube, please hit that like button. Please make sure to hit that like button. Thank you so much. I mean, tuning in and listening. But if you think that you have a different perspective to what we're talking about here, please do come up and let's hear you. Okay? Thank you, guys. You carry on, please.
all right. Thanks very much. So what I was saying is that another thing that religion actually does to people is that it takes away their sense of gratitude to people that actually go to them. Imagine going through stress to get something done for someone, and the next thing you're gonna hear from those religious people is, "Thank God, thank Jesus. I just did something for you, literally." They're never grateful for it. They're just gonna tell you, Jesus did it. What? Like, I always feel like, what the fuck is that? So they lose their sense of gratitude, no gratitude. They just feel like anything you do to them, they deserve it because they prayed for it, and something like that. Like, I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. And it could be part of the being narcissistic that you spoke about, kind of.
Ade, I have an aunt. Right? And my aunt, she is body because she is Jesus' wife, right?
That's crazy. They also have this what's the word? They believe anyone that is not religious is immoral, and I don't know, they place themselves above. It's just being narcissistic, like you said earlier, and that's what it is.
Jesus actually married to many women, thousands of women, and how much women I hear say they married to Jesus.
See, have you ever seen a religious person, especially a lady in marriage before? It can be very disgusting if you see. I've literally seen one before that said he's not gonna listen to anything her husband wanna say. She's not gonna listen to anything her husband wanna say. Rather, she's just gonna take all instructions from her pastor because her pastor is her daddy. And I was like, what?
Hey, Ade, I don't listen to anything they say because women don't have to listen to anything man say.
It's crazy. It's just taking people's brain from them. You literally have to sustain your brain to be a religious person. Like, someone in the comments say after a successful surgery, they don't thank the doctors. They thank God. It's funny.
the Caribbean has, especially English speaking Caribbean.
Sorry, we cannot hear you clearly.
The Caribbean have they're so highly religious that there's a lot of bigotry, and not only that, but some people think that problems can be solved by just prayer. It's, I mean, from what I saw, seen the videos of Africa and compared to here, well, I can speak Barbados. Yeah, they talk about prayer and so on, but some of the extreme things you can get, but for the most part, you don't. Because I guess because here was mostly Anglican, so some of those extreme behaviors you see, yeah, you do see it among some of the breakaway churches, but for the most part, because here was mainly Anglican, you don't get that extreme. But still, there are people in Anglican church that believe it's just prayer to solve problems, and 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 know that well, I can say in Barbados trying to change the constitution because we've gone republic. Of course, the Christians kicking up a fuss of removing God's name from the constitution. They decide, okay, let's say creator, and the Christians still kick it. But not everybody believes in a creator, so they just leave that clause out. Why do you have to have a clause in there for that? If you're catering for everyone that lives in the country, leave that clause out, because everybody does not believe in any God and our creator. So problems upon problems.
Yeah, like Barbados, Trinidad is one of the Caribbean country that have a lot of different religion. Christianity is not really the number one because we have Hindus here and they like Hinduism and Christianity go like 50-50, right? The population. Now the thing is like Christian people want to stamp their God on everything, every blasted thing, right? And they don't understand that they have people from many different religious beliefs. They want to force, hold on.
Well, one thing we all need to come to understand is that most religious people actually don't know the in-depth knowledge of what their religion is all about, right? Because if you meet the religious people and you ask them few questions about their religion, you will be surprised that you know far more than they actually know about their religion. I've engaged Christians in so many ways, actually know
Yeah,
more
sorry,
about
but
the
the TV
Bible than.
was kind of loud.
Say again?
I know, I said the TV was kind of loud. So
Oh,
that why
sorry.
I went to lower it down. Yeah.
Okay,
But I
I'll
am
fix
like,
that.
yeah. Well, I was saying like there's want to put the name on everything. Their God is the only God, so they don't care about anybody else. Right? And like some of these schools, they want to force people who is either Muslim, they could be Buddhist, they'll be atheists, all these other religion, a Muslim also, and want to force these kids to say Christian prayers because your God is greater than everybody God. And this is wrong. It have me and a lot of other people, atheist people in the country that advocating to remove these things. You cannot instill your God in everything in a country where it's multi-religious. You have to understand other people have their other belief too. They don't believe in your Jesus.
About to say it's Christian privilege. There's a lot of Christian privilege, and they feel that they have the right to do these things because they think, oh, we have the freedom, so we can do this and do that, and they're impinging on the rights of other persons. And they do that, as you said, even here at these schools here, the government allows that nonsense to go on. Because they do promote that. So you have assemblies, yes, full assemblies, farm assembly, prayer, Christian devotions, Christian, it's like sickening.
So if the Muslim had gotten their way, if the Muslim have gotten their way in Trinidad in 1990, I'm telling you, it will be much worse, much worse than it.
Yeah. And the thing is that they they want to punish the children. Then and I've seen this with my own, and that's happened before. And sadly, at one point, I will have done it, but I didn't used to punish them in that way. I would just tell them close their eyes. But even so, some want to punish the children for not closing their eyes during prayer, which is
They
ridiculous.
were they will beat the hell out of that child for little to nothing. This petty little
Yeah,
things are not even
petty,
important.
not
I don't even
important.
believe in hitting children at all. I would just talk to them and explain to them why these things will be important,
Right.
you know, why to take a
Mhm.
bath, why you know. But I wouldn't beat the hell out of
And not only that, but they will put them in detention. They will punish the children for not closing their eyes, really, and for not saying a prayer. Then you're imposing some of those children don't believe it. So
I don't know
you
about
impose
Barbados,
it
but
on them.
corporal punishment in school been removed from the schools like since I was going to school. You know,
Okay.
they
Still
removed
got
that in the society in Trinidad and Tobago. So teachers cannot hit children in the school. We like parents back in the days, like when I was a child, they protested for that to remove that out of the school because a lot of parents did not like it that these teachers want to hit your child because they maybe have a learning disability or not able to keep up. So what they do now is put like counselors in the school and people to assess the child to understand if they have ADHD, ADD, different learning disability now. So you could assess the child and put the child in the correct class that where they belong. But before, they used to beat the hell out of these kids for little to nothing.
It's so weird to me that even putting your hands on a child, any child at all, but in a school setting as well to teach, that's still also put in. I don't know. That always got to me.
Spiritual, this is why I have a lot of men in Trinidad and Tobago, like my age and older than me, a lot of them unable to read and write. If you come across them, they cannot read and write. Look for the men in the 40s and 50s. And the reason why is because when they were in school, beating was a norm. And then that make them run away from wanting to learn. They'll run away from class and go and hide in the back of the school and stuff. So they never learned anything because every time they hear about books and learning, they think of beatings. So the fear, and I'm telling you, the grown now, they are adult men, but anytime they say go and read something, like they go in a panic mode, like read, I have to read. They start to act in a panic mode because that is a trauma. Every time you
It
tell them about
is.
read a book, it goes back to them thinking the teacher beating them or the parents beating them just to read something. So they are adult men that cannot read in this
Yeah.
2023.
Yeah.
You're so observant, Lord Bola. Let me distinguish. You're really, really observant. That's a very good point. That is traumatic. Like I wouldn't expect anything
Mm-hmm.
less, and it's like never being able to heal from that because you don't know how to, right? And even like from that, how they'll categorize them as bad students and they find comfort within each other, and they're also looked down upon because of reacting to trauma. It's messed up what some of these students have had to go through, especially the boys, the ones who it was free for all because it's more acceptable to hit boys than it is girls?
Yeah, but spiritual, they wouldn't be able, a lot of them, I can't say all, but a lot of them would not be able to heal from that because a lot of them are religious. All they will say is like, when they say you need to go therapy to deal with that, like, oh, I don't need therapy. All I need is Jesus. So they stuck. And you know what? They repeat the cycle of abuse because they are adults, they have children, and they do the same thing to their kids that their parents did to them, the teachers did to them. They'll do the same thing over and over, not realizing that is the reason why you are broken.
Do you feel like it's some kind of like another form of cognitive dissonance of when you remember how you felt as a child when it happened to you, and you hear people say, oh, when you grow up you're going to feel different? Do you think that they're forced to feel different, right? The more as you grow older, they make you feel as if like what's being happened to the younger children is just what is supposed to happen, so you become okay with it because you went through
Yeah.
it, and you think it's a form of discipline
Yes.
because of that?
Yes, it is. Because I met a lot of them, they'll say, oh, I got beatings when I was a child and I turned out fine. I'm like, no, you're not fine. You're not fine at all. You easily triggered, you violent, you aggressive. Any little thing will anger you to a state of, aggression. I say, you're not fine. I said, none of us are fine. All of us that got beaten, we are not fine. We have
So
mental problems.
it creates fear. Because that's what happened to me a lot in terms of fear. Um, and it's not easy. So one thing we thought was okay, but
Phil,
Wait, Phil, we can't hear
I'm
you.
not
can
hearing
you
you.
hear? What are
I
you
said
eating this time of the day?
one thing we thought was okay because in Christianity it says pray not in violence for each other. But then thing and then I realized this is not good. It's not helping anyone. And I think seeing that I have social anxiety disorder, I think it was made worse by my mother. Because my father didn't really used to hit us. He would talk. And it just his voice. But she would want to use strap, belt, and so on. Right? And I think it kind of creates a fear for me to open up or to approach and ask for things, that is needed. Because it affects the person with social anxiety disorder, which they will call shyness, but it's not shyness. The psychological name is social anxiety disorder.
That's
Are
true,
we,
Phil.
are, are we even aware of how much of trauma religion brings to people? Have you ever thought of religion trauma before? Because I've literally seen it before, people getting so anxious because they're religious, and it's taking the best of them away from them. Like, it's very concerning for me, right?
Are they religious trauma don't only happen to people who in the church, but also a lot of the people who were once Christian that become atheists, they're suffering from religious trauma. This is why, like, people like myself, we don't want to hear some Christian people coming to tell me, oh, God will save you. I will pray for you. Oh, that is triggers. That is triggers. This triggers. Because it
Mm-hmm.
is make us remember how our parents who try to force us in the church and beat the hell out of us to accept this Jesus
Mm-hmm.
and all these things. I'm telling you, what you do to me in church, they used to call me devil child, I demon possessed. They've dragged me in the church, have them praying over me, throwing oil and all kind of rubbish. I was a little child. These things, the
They don't realize how prideful it is. Yeah, the Bible says God hates pride. Your God hates pride. Why that these things?
They're gonna tell you need to be saved, and I keep asking them, what are we getting saved from? What is coming for us?
saved
What are we
from
getting
them.
saved from?
We need to be saved from the Christians.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
from them.
It's like telling me I need to get saved from what? You literally need saving. They literally need saving, and they're telling me to get saved. Like, it's concerning.
Andre, is heartbreaking. But it's control. That's why religion is control. To control people's mental faculties. It's all a system of control. And that's why I tell people, don't lean on to your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge him, and blah blah. We don't want you to question. That's why some come up here and say, what y'all disrespecting my religion. Really? It shows that they're in a form of mental slavery. I
Well,
got you.
are we meant to just accept talking donkeys, talking snakes, flying horses? Are we meant to just accept all that and not talk about it and not ask questions? Like, I don't know how people get to believe all that.
No? Flying chariot.
Yeah, flying
Because
chariot.
Elijah that man kept in a chariot of fire.
It's not making sense. How do they get to believe all that?
Fairy tales.
Well, it's called belief because they have no proof for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's called belief in the first place. You don't need a proof to believe.
Problem is, all religions basically have faith as their structure because they don't have any evidence. Now, the question is, how do you determine whose faith is correct from who's not? Because all of them making the same faith claim that they have faith, that they're right.
Yeah.
What methodology do you use to determine? They all can't be right, but they all definitely can be wrong, and they all are wrong.
I think
before we conclude that they are all wrong, how about the people who believe in God? Is it possible for them to all have like a round table where they all come together and decide which one of them is telling the truth? Is it possible?
that would end in war.
No,
That would be
because
the real Dutch
the
dinner.
Christians claim that they are the truth. The Muslims claim they are the truth. Is it possible for Christians and Muslims to come together and decide which one of them is telling the truth?
No,
I'm telling you, with the Muslims, they're gonna start this shit.
Well, I can assure you that I can surely tell you that this disagreement is not my problem. My problem is the fact that all of them agree that there's one devil. That's sickening.
I just wanted to say hello to everyone.
Hi, Galileo.
Oh, Galileo.
Hi.
So what's the topic today? What are we doing? How to get people on a round table and discuss God?
Yeah. We got a Christian earlier. He was trying to prove that religion has done more good than bad. Kind of.
Impossible. That number is so wrong. It's so upside down. As a matter of fact, I can't give you the good. I can't think of a good thing right now.
I actually asked him if he can give us 5, and he gave us none before he left.
You think?
He just left. So we're just having a roundtable discussion here. And I'm so puzzled about the fact that all religion have the same devil, the same Satan, but they have different God.
That's fair enough. But I discount the devil.
You notice how we've never heard Satan's point of view.
Yeah.
Well, I can share something that my pastor said a long time ago, but it always stuck with me, and I want to share it with you. And what he said is, there's one devil, and a certain amount, which is an X for unknown, of demons, right? So his argument, which to me actually was pretty interesting, why would a devil want with me? If one is the devil, I want a president. I want a leader of huge groups of people. If I was the devil, are we looking to be the president of the United States? That's what I would do if I was the devil. You attack the top to get more people. Why would they attack you? Maybe in your life, you affect 30 people in your life. That's not enough. If you want something big, you got to go big. So you would go after leaders of churches, leaders of states, of countries, you think things of that nature. What do you think of that argument?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Valid, very valid.
Yeah, very solid. So,
But-
you know, and I feel sad for what Africa's going. They're taking the worst of America. This what's it called? When you want
nationalism, Christian nationalism.
Well, not only that, no, the other one, prosperity. That's the word I want.
Yeah.
Prosperity Christianity, which it means the more you give, the more you get back, which is bullshit. The more you give, the more the pastor takes away. And that is so sad that I have seen many pastors in Africa take up the same things that is done here in America, because we're horrible. We're absolutely the leader of that kind of religion. And now I see it in Africa, and that makes me sad. That makes me sad.
Because the pastors in Africa will pick it up. It makes them more money. Not that what they care about the money.
That's what it is.
Business. It's business.
But doesn't that make it more interesting that maybe these people know something, and they know there's no God. If they're doing this, they know there's no God.
I'm telling you, all these pastors, they know that their religion is BS. They know, especially the ones that preaching prosperity and stuff. They know this is BS. This is just a money-making scheme.
They know it is BS, but they can't back out because they're making money from it. And so we want to back out from either or source of income. They don't back out because they're making money.
They make you money. They bring up these poor people that could barely
a horrible
walk.
person. I would have been a pastor also.
Yeah, they're feeding on people's gullibility. They're feeding on the fact that people are gullible and ignorant. That's what they're feeding on. I don't blame them. I blame people that refuse to come out of their ignorance. It's crazy the fact that this same set of people that are so ignorant, when you talk to them, they don't even want to listen to you. They do not want you to talk to them. They just want to believe in what they believe in.
It's that movie that makes them feel good that they watch every Sunday. It's the same movie. It makes them feel good. It costs $25, $30 or whatever they give. And then they come out of church. They feel wonderful. Then Monday comes and they go back to being who they really are in person. You know, whatever it is.
That's what I said earlier.
Yeah.
It don't cause no real change. It's just a feel good on Sunday.
Can you imagine if I came every Sunday when I go to the beach, I see a mermaid, but I can't see them on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. But every Sunday when I go swimming in the beach, I see mermaids. They come by, they visit me, they tell me beautiful things. And somebody might actually believe that craziness.
I have a flying unicorn that farts rainbows that live in my bedroom.
What color is she?
Oh, it's purple rainbow here.
All right. Phil, you've been at this all day, huh? Oh, did he step away? He stepped away.
I think Phil is cooking.
Barely. You sound like you're very far away, buddy.
Yeah, I was by the kitchen sink.
Oh.
I was being friendly phone. Yes, Lord Bola was saying something.
No, I was just being goofy.
I was just telling him about my flying unicorn in my bedroom. That fat rainbows.
What in your bedroom?
Why not?
A flying unicorn. Watch, if these people have a flying donkey that Muhammad fly to the moon and split the moon in half, I have a flying unicorn, a purple flying unicorn with rainbow hair, and this unicorn farting rainbows. Let you just throwing glitters to it, farting rainbow and glitters.
How big is this unicorn?
The size of a horse.
Okay.
It's the size of a normal horse. So like it's just hanging out inside the bedroom, just farting up rainbows.
And imagine you have
came to be. The universe was just farted into existence.
Into existence. And you imagine they had in the Bible the talking donkey. So literally, when we say someone is talking through their ass, we are not wrong. It was a talk, especially Christians.
There is a verse, I don't know
because
where it is.
They are talking donkey, you're talking ass.
Talking ass.
We also got talking snake.
Oh, but did the snake lie? I mean, let's think about it. Did he lie? The snake never lied.
Even greetings from the Lord.
Fresh, how are you?
So,
You alright?
hey,
greetings.
Your voice is very low. I can hardly hear you.
I can hardly hear you. Is that Presh? Presh going
yes, it's fresh. Yes, it's fresh.
Okay, can everyone else just mute their mic just while we're listening to her? Because I can hardly hear her.
Who's that?
I mean Presh Gold Love.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
okay. You want to say something?
Yeah.
I wanted to say hi to everyone, and I just want to be here because I think at this moment I want to be here right now. So I miss everyone.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Nice.
How is everyone doing?
So if I may ask you, what side of religion are you on? Do you believe or not believe, or are you in between?
Well, last time I checked, I think I only believe that I'm in existence, and I don't know whatever that is. I don't know the outcome of it, and I don't believe in any damn shit. So I'm only in existence. That's all. I'm just existing. That's all.
So no God affiliations?
I wonder where that came from. If there is, I think I should have seen the sign a long time ago.
Sorry, say that again.
I said if there is, I should have seen the sign a long time ago.
So you don't see hey, chaotic dad. So you don't see the signs for God.
Well, I haven't because no, I don't think I have anyways. Because if there is, the things that are happening, which said he is a righteous one, would have come down and maybe spoken to one or two persons and meet with them face to face and say, stop doing this, stop doing that, like, do this or that and this. But I don't believe in that much.
Yeah.
It's just a way.
Can I just say that I'm not sure what it is. Your microphone just seems to be, there's something not quite right.
Oh, well, I have been in this, I've been in this family once.
Guys, is it just me or what? There's like a noise in the back. Is it
Oh,
there
too?
I think it's a fan.
Sorry?
There is no noise where I am, so I don't know.
No,
Maybe
not you.
I
Not
think
you.
it's a fan.
Okay. Phil, can you mute your mic for a
Maybe
second?
Phil.
Let's see.
Pardon?
Can you mute your mic for a second?
What?
Let's see. Okay. That took away that noise.
Yep.
Okay, Fresh.
Okay, I believe you can hear me now.
Yes.
Okay, I said earlier on, I said I don't believe in it. I've been in this family before. I was here about 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, and I was a bit devastated. I was so angry and had so many questions in my mind, and I came to a conclusion of what I should believe in or what is real and what is unreal. So I don't know about it. What do you call it? I don't know. I know nothing about him.
What are the questions you had in mind before? You want to share them with us?
Oh, yes, I remembered asking a question when the first day I came across this family, Afro, yeah, Afro should know about me. I asked so many questions. My first question was I asked, why is it that if there is God and he claims he's most powerful and he also claims that children has no sin and they are closer to him, why does he allow children to die? Like what did the children do? What did the kids do that he will let them die? Okay, why will a child be given birth to and the child will die without any sending him according to them, and then he will come to the no? I don't believe in those blah bash.
But we must be careful how we talk to people that lost someone.
Well, I also asked the question the other time. I was like, okay, fine. You said you don't want men to be committing sin according to their Bible, not mine. I don't care. I don't know about it because it was written by a man. So you said you don't want people to, and you claim that there is something called Satan, which maybe I am one of the Lucifer, anyways. Then in the guiding of whatever they call it, Eden, and you said the man you created ate the apple with the woman you created. So if you don't want the world to exist because of what you call sin, and you feel you have that power to destroy and do and undo, why didn't you just wipe them off at that moment and let there be no sin exist and let there be no human being if you claim you have the power? Okay, so like all those things doesn't make any sense to me. And fine, if you feel you have all the power and you have your most superior, you have the love for human beings or whatever he claims he does, then why did you create sin? Because you cannot tell me that you will create sin and create evil. No, you create good and bad. Why would you even create bad at the first place if you mean well for? Oh please, all those things are just crap. I don't believe in it.
Well, sin is a man-made construct, exactly like truth is also a man-made concept. And laws are man-made also. But I heard an argument a few days ago, and it made sense to me. And the argument was, it's not that it's like written in the Bible to not kill. It's more like we as a society agree that killing someone is wrong. But there could exist a society of people that, to them, if you turn 45 years old and you make no sense and no more money, they end your life. Maybe there's a society like that. Who's to say that they're right or they're wrong? I don't know.
But another thing is that you see the concept of all-powerful God
Yes.
is from people. There's literally nowhere you have a God coming out to say, "I am God and I am all-powerful." Have you ever seen it anywhere?
Nowhere.
No, there's nowhere. It's people. It's all in people's head, and that's it. Everything is in people's head.
thing that baffles me is how someone will claim to be the most powerful, and you will go and tell the person you claim to be the devil to go and tempt the some person you call your most obedient servant. Hello. Oh my God, I have a lot of stories to tell.
See, there's something I've been telling people that the God of the Bible and Satan, they are both of them are
Same.
actually both of them actually the gist, like they're friends. Do you know that?
Obviously.
What do you
In,
call a
in,
relationship between two people that literally say something like, "Hey, bud, have you seen Job, my friend? Have you seen how he's doing? He's doing very well.
They have this
They're
good
friends.
relation.
They have good rapport."
Trash.
So it's
there is a
just
part
crazy.
in Second Samuel that says that God actually asked Satan to come up and kill people. I really want to find that verse again. Just not going to my car to get that Bible, but yeah,
What's the
there's a story where
context?
the context was to take over on people that were the enemies of Israel and called them their enemies. And according to what I'm going to be obvious here, and I heard it as a story that it's in Second Samuel. I may be incorrect, so I'm just going to say it like that. That God asked Satan to come up and to kill a certain group of people, mainly the men.
Okay,
And like,
so I wanted to ask a question. I'm sorry, okay. I wanted to
no
ask
problem.
this most powerful God, okay, he said he created all human beings, right? Fine. Okay, fine. Let's assume he created all human beings. Does he mean that he or that he there is another person that he created it with? Because obviously he did not do it alone. Because if he did it alone and he said he created all human beings, he will not tell the so-called Israelites, according to him, to go and destroy what's the name of the place again? Where
The
Pharaoh.
Amorites.
Thank you
The
very much.
Amorite. One of them was the Amorites.
And Amalekites too.
Thank you.
Amalekites.
So
Am
if he
I confusing the two, Phil? Am I confusing the two, the Amorites and the other one?
You don't
okay,
even need you don't even need to go that far for you to see that you've got more than one God. It literally says in the Bible, "Come, let us create man in our own image." Let
Right.
us. That's what he
But that's what they
says
get.
in
Don't
the
they get
Bible.
the Trinity from that
Also,
by saying us?
but are they also in the Bible? God said how he sits in heaven in the most high place amongst the other gods. That is in the Bible.
so they are
Yeah, he's
dragging
there.
up
And do you know
superiority.
they also fight in heaven? Why would I want to be in a place where the fight? The
Obviously.
fighting starts from heaven. They literally sent devil down to earth because they were fighting. You remember that?
There's the problem with the devil also is that there are other stories that did not come from the Bible, that comes from books hundreds and hundreds of years later, that gives descriptions to the devil or Satan or the morning star, and not we, but Christians or other religious groups use those other writings and combine them. And the devil throughout the Bible just grows and grows in certain areas, and other areas there he's not as popular. But it's just something how humans choose to believe. Like Dante's Inferno, for example, it is used all the time, and that is not a Christian book.
These people are
Dante's
set of
Inferno.
confused. They are set of confused persons because if your Bible or their Bible, whatever they call it, says that the devil Lucifer was the most beautiful angel in their heaven, and then they pushed him down on earth. Someone that was the most beautiful turned to black. Oh my God! Oh God! A lot of things are funny, anyways. A lot of things are funny. A
We
lot of
should
things
read
are.
the funny ones because it makes it for entertaining. But it also, if we could get a Christian to laugh at what something is written, we could get them to question, and that's what I want. I want them to question. I can't change them right away, but if you plant that seed of questioning, if something is real or not, then maybe you're helping your fellow brother and sister and coming to realize that it's okay that not to know things, and it is okay to love everyone equally.
Exactly.
Not because one is Christian or someone is Jewish or whatever.
I don't know if you all know what the Gnostics believe in. They believe that the Jesus or the God that the Christians believe in is actually an evil God, and the Satan is actually another God, but he's the good God that wants to free people from the evilness of the God that created them to begin with. And Lucifer was against God for not giving them free will and not giving them intelligence, so that's why he tempt them to go eat it, so eat the fruit so they could get intelligence, because he said this was a sign of manipulation. Yeah, I look into the Gnostics and what they believe in, and so they believe this Bible that they have is an evil doctrine from the this evil God that demonized the actual real good God, which was Satan.
Guys,
I've heard that argument. I don't know. I don't know how to apply it, but I've heard it.
Galileo, just give me 1 second, sexy.
Yes, sir. Let me mute. I'll mute.
Just Galileo, you are one sexy. Listen. That's that Galileo. Okay, guys. It's nearly 2 a.m. where I am, and I'm going to have to close this so I can go get some sleep. But I will be back tomorrow over on TikTok and on YouTube. This is going to be a very regular thing over on YouTube as well, right? If you're not following me on YouTube, please make sure to follow me, because sometimes I just wouldn't stream on TikTok, right? It would just be because sometimes it's good for you to see exactly what we're talking about.
Exactly.
If y'all don't get to see it, I want y'all to see religion in action by the videos, by the things that these men, so-called preachers, the men of God, the so-called men of God, right? Have a look at the videos. Have a look at these people in action, right? Do you know that while y'all were talking here, I was busy showing folks on YouTube just the Ghanaian pastor who was exposed by a TikToker, right? But that's just the only thing what's missing on TikTok. But please make sure to follow me. It's the same name, the Afro Atheist, over on TikTok. Okay. But right now, honestly, I am very tired and I need to, because it's been a busy day. I've been packing stuff, putting things in boxes. Oh God. Anyway, everyone, thank you all so much. Phil, you still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I will send you that message. You know the one what we talked about. I will send that to you. Okay. Right, Phil. Thank you.
Yeah.
Phil, you need to do me a favor. Go over onto YouTube, right? You know, on your birthday.
On my birthday?
Yes. A lot of people in the comment section were wishing you happy birthday.
Oh.
But I could not see the for some reason. I think it was a glitch on StreamYard, so I did not see any of the comments. I only saw one comment throughout the live stream. So a lot of people there wishing you happy birthday. So if you can just go up and just just say thank you to them, right? Because you mean a lot to us, our resident scientists.
Thanks.
Okay. Anyway, Aditaya Olushola, thank you so much. Fresh Goat Love, thank you so much. Phil, thank you. And everyone, good night. It's very late where I am. On YouTube as well. Aaron, Buzzhawk, who else? Who else do we have? Get Walk. Anyway, everyone, good night. I'll see you all tomorrow.